level. They get the rounds per level.
Yeah. That's fair. Alright, I'm streaming. Here we go.
Alright.
And we're good. We're good. Sweet. What's going on, guys? Time's come for more of that. I almost said Pathfinder Kingmaker because we were just talking about that. Actually, time's come for more Doomsday Dawn in the Pathfinder playtest. Anthony, Dan, Robin, bless the rains down in Africa. Dan, why did I say Dan? Anthony, Eric, Robin. Too many people in my life, but thank you for your support on Patreon. Chewy, Dan, thanks for hanging. I guess I'm going to throw this in here now so people can see it. When we start Heroes of Undarin, we will be looking for another man because Justin, unfortunately, had to be gone forever and ever. Justin, if you're watching this, thanks for hanging out. The spot is always open. We will make room in Carrying Crown for you, Mr. Let's Play Carrying Crown. It's going to happen. But for now, we're going to blitz through this playtest. By that, I mean take lots of roleplay and stuff. Anywho, so when we last left the team was riding on backs of rocks, of all things, heading for a little village. Oh, let's start off with a perception check from everybody, if we could.
Pulling up the character sheet.
Alright. Oh, that one.
Oh, good. Oh, good. We're off to the races today. Okay.
I'm just happy it wasn't a 1.
We're flying too fast. I can't see anything.
So fast you fall off the rock. No, you don't. I wouldn't go that far. It's tempting, but you would die. Do you have catfall?
I do.
Okay,
but even then, that wouldn't be enough.
No, you don't. It
Not
could
until
be
legendary.
It could be. Get better. Go train some more, nerd. Anywho,
I can't until 11th level.
Punch the rocks. Get the experience. Don't think of the consequences. So, anywho, as you guys do a fly, heading over, you see a tiny little village on like the edge of the northwestern side of the forest. The homes of said village are like bright orange, and as you guys draw closer and closer to the village, the locals begin to panic. You can't really make out definitive forms from your height, but several small humanoid forms begin darting this way and that, and the rocks also, because of a natural one, they begin to panic as well, and they swoop down in the direction of the village with the 4 of you on their backs. I'm not going to roll initiative yet, but you can tell, and I mean, like, well, everybody can tell, that the rocks are just hell-bent on tearing this village apart. There's something, I don't know why this is in the AP, but it's that particular shade of orange makes the rocks angry, and they wish to destroy it. I'll give you guys each one action before things happen.
I could try diplomacy the rocks to calm them down.
Yeah, you'd need to... Well, you wouldn't need to cast the spell. You have Wild Empathy. If you want to use big fancy words, you'd have to cast the spell.
So would I still roll diplomacy or Wild Empathy?
Yeah, you would. You're just able to make real simple, just kind of like a whoa.
I say, calm down. Calm down. I'll handle this.
As the rocks, they're certainly big enough that, like, in their talons / on their backs, you, like fleas on the cat, can hold on just fine as they dive in. There's a definitive DC. Rapidly less. By turns. It'll depend on... Okay, so that's 26. I think that beats his will DC. I'm just a big old birdie. Oh.
Are they yellow?
Are they yellow? No, they're not yellow. They're like...
You said big birdies.
They are big birdies, but they're not yellow birdies. They're kind of like a brown. Oh, yeah. Where is...
So, the eagles.
Yeah, basically. Just a lot less intelligent. Which is good, because we needed that will save to be weak, as Ziam just edges it out. And he's able to, like, without having to pop a spell, he can Roll it one more time, if you would. Because there are two. You've got to target two of them. And unless you have the diplomacy skill feat that lets you hit two guys at once.
I do not.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
So the first one is a success. The second one is, in fact, a fumble. So I don't have a board for this.
okay.
But what happens is you... Go ahead, Anthony.
Can I try to use the nature check to maybe like try to calm them with like handle animal type of deal?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
I forget that's also a check. Okay, so it's Ojutai who pulls back on that particular rock, who's just, despite your words, Ziam, it's hell-bent on tearing this village apart, but Ojutai probably is a little more forceful than you, just kind of the cold grip of Draconic Monk on its neck, and it thinks better of it. And you guys, I don't have a map for this, but you come to a rest in the middle of this little village, the rocks set down. It looks pretty deserted. You guys could probably see, like, every once in a while, like, the blinds of a given house open up and little eyes peek out, and then, whoop, as you might be looking in their direction, as if to not be seen.
We see you. Please come out so we can talk.
No one says anything.
Should we tell the rocks to leave?
I mean,
We may need them
How
here.
do we get back?
well, we do. They said they'll join us for the thing, according to you, Druid.
Yes,
So
they are on our side.
I think that we should possibly get these gnomes on our side, but also, maybe just tell them, hey, why don't you just paint your houses a different color, and maybe that will solve all the problems on that situation.
I agree.
Because
Can I dismount?
Yeah, you certainly may.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get off the birdie.
The angry deathbird.
Yeah.
I would like to walk up to one of the houses and knock on it.
Okay. No one answers. There's definitively the sound of a couple of small things scurrying about on the inside, but no one answers.
I say, I know how to fix your problem.
Make a check.
Okay.
Oh!
Okay, so... Oh my god.
Magic words.
Those are indeed, I know how to do stuff. It's the new, not please. I know what I'm doing! Alright, the door opens and a pair of gnomes, one of them with like just cerulean blue hair, the other with almost like glowing neon pink, come out. As they come out more, this is rapidly becoming, we wish to welcome you to Munchkin Land, but that's basically what's happening. Several of these little things come out, and they surround ZM and the party, and they notice that the rocks aren't actively trying to kill them or their houses, and there's just kind of like a group, hooray! As clearly all of their problems have been solved, and now they realize it and aren't reacting instinctively with fear of things much, what, like, four size categories bigger than they are? I think that's fair. That's very fair. I, too, would be afraid.
Yeah.
Well, since you guys have solved their problem, several of the younger, even smaller, like, gnomish children just, like, run up and hug you guys around the knees, and they're all super happy, and the gnomes invite you guys this coming night to a feast to celebrate your successes.
Great.
We didn't even say anything yet.
Exactly. You didn't have to. The dice said something.
Yep.
Okay.
Perhaps you should explain the cause.
No,
brother.
I don't think we have to explain anything.
Yeah.
We're good. Let's not talk. Let's just go. Let's just go. We're good.
Talk over dinner and wine.
Yeah, we don't need to talk. We could just accept this and move on. That's what I'm
Ojutai
going
like,
for.
no. Don't ruin this.
Yeah. No screwing this up. We're good. We're good. Everybody's good here.
We are on a roll.
So, yeah. Just don't let Eric throw dice at the table. Or apparently Dan.
Nobody throw dice. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
So the night comes, the rocks stay. The rocks have formed sort of a bond with Ziam. And a gigantic feast is thrown in your honor. Several of the gnomes, they, like, amidst the telling of tales of their people, various musical performances, feats of acrobatics, things of that nature, all over the place. It's really what you would expect from the gnomes. It's very extravagant, very, like, of every culture forever jammed into one thing, because otherwise you get cancer and die. That's how gnomes work. It's real scary. There comes a point at the night where the gnomes turn to you guys, the party. They don't say anything, but they're more like, they look at you expectantly, as if, like, to expect the four of you to also participate in the showing off of your skills, the performances, the dancing, the telling of tales, things of that nature. Almost as if to ask for more, yeah.
Can I try to use, like, oratory to tell the tale of what is going on in the battle to come and blah, 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 and work that into a story?
Yeah, by all means. Just make it in the form of a check.
Okay, so I'd have to use performance at that point.
Performance can certainly do it.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, that passes.
Nice.
Nydia's telling of tales. Nydia's bard level that no one was aware of. Works very well. The gnomes are awestruck. You say all of the bad Night Herald things, and a lot of them get scared. Children grab mothers. As they put themselves together, they, of course, are willing to help. Mechanically, you guys have earned yourselves 2 ally points.
Yes.
Though they are but little gnomes, they are, of course, connected to the Fae in the first world. Ironically, there's no druids here, otherwise the rock problem is just solved.
Well,
So,
they offer as
I'd
much aid as the Cyclopses, so...
Yeah,
good
they
to
do.
me.
It's weird, right? There's going to be enough dancing lights cast as a cantrip that we're fine.
I would like to tell them you might want to think of a different color besides orange. The big rocks don't like it. It makes them very angry. Try red or something, or bright blue.
That's the weirdest plot hook I've ever seen in my life in an adventure path. The color orange, I hate it! Kill it!
It kind of makes sense for gnomes, though.
Yeah, there's definitely other houses in the village that are like the purplest purple and the greenest green, and both swirled together as like some weird ice cream flavor.
And the color that you cannot perceive is just so awestruck.
You literally have to be a gnome to perceive that particular, like, bit of the light spectrum.
Blurple or something.
Yes! All of the gnomes not in agreement.
If there were any reason that the eagles would be angry at gnomes, that would be it. Garish colors.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
Well,
the only reason.
anybody else want to participate in the festivities?
Alright.
I'm afraid to!
Why not?
Alright, how about acrobatics? I'll do some dancing acrobatic style like that.
You are welcome to do so.
Jumping on a tightrope or something.
A little bit of kata.
Hopefully I don't... Yeah, here comes. Alright, that's not too bad.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
The gnomes are not impressed. Perhaps it's your attitude and your fear of doing it. It's unfortunate. It's not a fumble, but it's not a success. Anyone else?
If he couldn't get on 25, there's not much I can
That's one of my highest additives, too.
It's funny how a 25 fails and a 27 passes. It's almost like it's the middle number was the DC.
I know, right?
Yeah, but that's like my best skill, and then just...
Yeah.
It's still only a plus 15, and if I roll a less than half, it's still a failure. That's something about the playtest that I'm not the biggest fan of, is the whole so heavily reliant on the dice rolls being in the good up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little harder to build the specialized, that's for sure. Sometimes I wonder if, like, to level the playing field, there's too much balance, and it well and truly does just rely on RNG.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, it really does.
I thought of something.
Okay, what you got?
I'd like to sew off my familiar Londes, the Lessie.
Sure.
Just be like, look, it's a living plant! It can fly.
That's the least druidic way to say that. Hey, look, it's a living plant. Oh my god! You got to make some kind of check. The dice has to hit the table, but they're certainly fascinated by it. I
guess nature.
Sure.
To show it off.
Yeah, that works. We could do that. Hey, look, it's a living plant. Oh, okay.
Oh, they love it.
Man, everybody go away who's not Chewy. He's going to take you all home. Everybody's good. So, okay, so what happens? What happens is, what form does your Leshy take again? What plant is it? What does it look like? It's a big flying vine. So it's like an imperial dragon with actual wings, or like a coatl. And as Ojutai is performing kata, it flies around his head to annoy him, and instinctively Ojutai swings in its direction. The air freezes a little, and it continues darting around, and there are kicks and not the mechanical, in case for some reason you needed a blasting of a coat of cold in its direction. The gnomes, much to Ojutai's chagrin, find this hilarious. And so Ojutai succeeds, and so 3 of you have succeeded. Feel like tempting fate, Armin? Hey, look, it's a living plant! You could. If you can flavor it somehow, that's the thing you could do, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you doing?
I was thinking survival is not my best, but I'm like, I don't.
It's a thing you could do.
What would you do? Hey, look at the tracks.
Do you have athletics? You could climb buildings or jump across them.
Not even as good as Ojutai's acrobatics.
Teach him animal tracks.
Yeah.
What colors don't irritate animals?
Yeah, there you go. So we have nothing from RML. That's 3 successes.
Nah.
Okay, that's good enough. 3 successes. It's half the party. Thanks, Robin and Justin, for, well, even then, that'd still be half the party. Thanks for not having an 8-man party in this playtime. Jesus. I'd do it. The first time I ever GM'd in my whole life was for 9 people. I have no fear of giant parties, nevertheless. So with that many successes, the gnomes are so enthused that they shower you guys with gifts. Individually, they're kind of not much, like a copper ring here, a silver trinket there, a random ancient. We're basically playing Kingmaker. A Rostlandic coin there, a silver purse here, etc., etc. Taken as a whole, they provide you guys with 1 treasure point.
Nice.
And a day has passed. We're on day 22. I guess I should move the "you are here" to "you are there."
Alrighty then.
I just go to maps to pull up the land map.
Yep.
Overworld or whatever.
I guess
so. We have currently.
I'm gonna remove everything that we don't need.
I got it. Up.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, we currently have 1 treasure point, and then we have 6 ally points. 2 from the Cyclops, 1 from the Fire Giant, 1 from the Rocks, and 2 from the Gnomes.
That is mostly accurate. Between the there were a lot of natural ones, so I won't say it too mechanically, but the Cyclopses they've been explained how conservation works with pictographs. The Druid hasn't been spoken to yet. There are there's a +3 short sword en route.
Yep. Can we use that 1 treasure point to get something for an idea?
Maybe. 1 treasure point is worth. You could get a greater staff of fire or a staff of healing.
And that'd be a lesser staff of healing, I'd assume.
Looks like a regular to me. There's no greater or lesser by it, so.
Oh.
Okay, because I have a lesser now.
Yeah, take the greater, because you can only have 1 staff at a time.
It's not greater, just regular. Just a staff of healing.
Yeah, but take it. It's an upgrade.
Well, we got to actually get back to the base. So how many more days do we have then? We're down to 6, right?
Down to 8. It was the 21st day. A day has passed, so now it's the 22nd day. You guys have a really fast overland speed now, though. The Rocks haven't gone anywhere. They've become pretty attached to Ziam.
I am very much okay with this.
With their fly speed of too much, they can cover... well, not too much. They're not that fast. A fly speed of 60 feet gets you... I know we talked about this last session, but I gotta remind myself again. Because it's in exploration mode. It's very concrete. Which I like, because I like exploration. But also it's a table that I have to dig out a bunch mid-game. And that I don't like quite as much, because it gets to this point where we're bogged down a little. So, running modes of play, you guys are moving at a move speed of 60 feet, translates into scroll until I see a picture of an elf, because that's how I know where that table is. There's an elf ranger. Oh, Jesus. Playing the game.
As it should be.
Yeah. Yep. Elves are real good. It's my favorite of the core races. Though I'm starting to like dwarves a lot. Because that 10 racial hit points is super nice. There we go. Okay, so fly speed is 60. That means you're traveling 6 miles per hour, so you can travel a square in 2 hours, or 48 miles a day. That's a convenient multiple of 12. Almost as if they knew you might use the rocks for travel. So there you go.
Nice.
So that's 4 hexes in a day. So you could... Base camp is, to move you guys again, base camp is here. You guys are... I keep wanting to click on the board and be like, that's where you are. You guys are here. I did a scribble. I know, right? It's so professional.
Awesome.
So you guys could reach base camp in a day.
Should we go talk to the Dryad and then get everybody ready and then attack?
We could stop by at the Dryad.
Yeah, I'd say we stop by.
I thought
say hi.
Didn't we send her a message with a bird?
We did.
You did, that's right.
But we never heard back.
We never got her response.
Exactly.
She doesn't know where you are.
She didn't text us.
Yeah. The SMS text system, as I turn into Dwight Schrute for a second, doesn't work quite as well if you don't know where the recipient is. Due south! You guys aren't far.
Squirrel. The squirrel comes back.
I think we should stop by.
Where'd they go?
Okay. So as you guys take off... yeah, the squirrel is upset now. As you guys take off and begin flying, the gnomes all have big waves, as some of them are probably just knocked violently back by a gargantuan eagle. Just the amount of downwind that has to come from a rock picking up probably knocks a lot of things over. Small trees, children, wheelbarrows full of small children. It's one of those. You guys can see in the southern edge of the forest there are a lot of fires that have sprung up.
Let's not go talk to the Dryad. Let's just go to base camp.
That's a fair insight.
I think we should put those fires out.
Good luck on that one. I don't think we have the ability because we can't create water anymore. We couldn't stop the house from burning in the mansion. How are we supposed to stop a forest fire?
An idea.
That is
Do we have buckets?
Do we have buckets?
Eagles? Do we have buckets?
Do we have gargantuan buckets to...
Yeah.
Hey, dude, we... Just like an airplane, man. We've got giant eagles.
Again, you need something to hold the water in.
Yeah.
I know.
Bucket.
How many treasure points is a
that
gargantuan
boat?
bucket worth?
That old boat.
That barge?
Is it intact?
The barge that's buried in the water itself.
I have Ant Hall.
Ant Hall is a spell.
If we can get it up out of the water, can we get the eagles to carry it and then just dunk it in the water and dump it all over the fire?
It's not
It's
not the worst idea I've ever heard. Technically,
I'm an elf, man. I gotta save the trees.
What does Ant Hall do? How even does Ant Hall?
Ant Hall.
I know what it did before.
Ant Hall.
I need to see what it does now. What?
It gives you a +2 on your capacity of how much you can carry.
All right.
Is that it? Ant Hall. The target can carry 3 more bulk than normal before becoming encumbered, and up to a maximum of 6 more bulk. Okay, that's not enough to move a ship. That spell has been nerfed really hard.
Yeah, I thought so.
How much of a fire is it? Is it a raging forest fire?
It's enough that you can see quite a bit of smoke from 36 miles away.
If a water elemental's connected to water, can it push the water? Like if it's on the lake?
That probably falls into the clause, unless a water elemental now is just immune to fire, and I don't think they are. That falls into that you can't have your summoned thing just willingly go into harm's way or it goes away. Also, it's an a druid.
Yeah.
You would actually let me take that back.
Can a fire elemental direct the fire?
Maybe. Look in a second. From your vantage point up high, you would be able to see more than just a little bit of smoke. It's a pretty big fire. Like the bottom, where like the hexes form an angle at the bottom two most on the right, where there's forest in the tiles, that part's pretty much burning.
Oh man.
Okay.
If you want, we can go over there, but I do not see this going our way.
We could put the fire out with a backfire. You know.
No.
Yeah, explain that to a dryad. Oh, we're just starting a fire here.
I don't know, man. The way Chewie's been rolling, I think he could.
We don't know why this fire's even going.
Yeah.
It's
The
true.
dryads might
Should at least
to fight
investigate it, but
the dryads might be trying to fight it too.
Yeah.
there's nothing.
Well, I'm pretty sure they would be.
Yeah.
But,
So
well, what are our options? Yeah.
Well, as of right now,
They're not great.
assuming the Dryad and the Cyclops are out of the picture, you have... Oh, I'm looking at the spellbook. That won't tell me how many allied points you have. You've got 2 allied points from the gnomes.
we have a fire giant.
You've got a fire giant who's worth, if I remember correct, 1 ally point. I'm about 90% sure. The rocks themselves are also worth a single ally point.
Yep.
That
So,
package
got-
deal.
I thought we already got the Cyclops, so I mean, even if they are burning the forest, they're still our allies.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not our fault that somebody ended up convincing them to burn down the forest.
Got lost in translation.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it had to be fire.
Think we
It
should-
couldn't just be them chopping it down. It had to be fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
it did.
like,
They have learned well from the
we should
dragon.
Put out that fire.
Every single last one of those Cyclops' draconic bloodline has awoken. And on an unfortunate side note, I had a lot of plans for Mirrored Moon, considering our sorcerer from the Lost Star, Naphanos, was a red dragon sorcerer. That would have been an entirely different encounter. But real life sucks. Anyway, you guys, can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yeah.
Aramil's dice are particularly pretty. Let me just say that.
Thank you.
I like
try.
that. I like that shade of green. Best. Okay, so all of you together, though that little gnome town, like, there's not exactly like an army of gnome paladins at your beck and call now. There's a lot of them, and they all have an innate connection to nature and primal magic and things like that. So organized, they're kind of, though, like it's quirky and awkward. They are a force to be reckoned with, and you also have 2 really, really big birds that aren't yellow, Chewy, and and a fire giant who is known for like their wrath in combat. And I can't think of her name. And Kellery back at base camp also has a number of mercenaries. You think you might have maybe enough to make a push for the Heralds. You know also time is a factor. And you guys are moving fast, but the mercenaries won't be. So even if the Cyclopses are out of the picture, even if something has happened, or something that's happened that might, like, you guys can all reason out that there's probably going to need to be a little more intervention because the Cyclopses who were in that part of the world have moved up, and the dragon didn't do it. You assume the Heralds didn't do it because the Heralds are busy, doing spooky Boy Between the Stars stuff. Right, it would take time. It would take days away, and people are going to have to march across this map, not on Rockback. Might be the best idea to push now.
Yeah, I agree. Send a message, Druid. Send the messages to the people that are going to join us, and then send one to the Cyclops too, just so we can, and have them start marching towards the camp, and then we meet up. can we still go to base camp and try to get our the staff of healing? And I mean, we have a sword there, so
you could. It will depend on the amount of time necessary. To be honest, you guys might fly to that Nascent Kingdom faster yourselves on Rockback. Come to think, it'll take time. 4 squares is a day of travel, and it's, I'll say, like on the other side of this, like a hex farther from where I moved that, maybe 2 is where that Nascent Kingdom is forming. So it would take you a couple days to fly there, and then do it.
Okay. I just have one question.
Is there?
When I call out to Siam,
yeah.
Brother, can you create water over the fire? I really want to put this out.
Let me look up how control water works exactly. I may be able to move it over.
There's a cantrip, create water.
No, there is not. There is not a cantrip.
Oh, they got rid of it?
Water.
Yeah, they had to. It was really good.
Cantrip.
That cantrip is straight up. It's like prestidigitation in Mage Hand. It's straight up puzzle breaking. You gotta get rid of it.
Yeah. Oh. It is now a level 1 spell, and it only creates 2 gallons of water at first level.
Whereas before, you just here's all the water.
Yeah, here's 10 gallons. Here's 10 gallons. Here's 10 gallons. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Wow, there's that hard.
There's a reason why a raging fire is something we cannot deal with.
Mm-hmm. And that reason is magic has taken a bit of an overhaul, which I think is fair. Cantrip solving problems makes it really easy.
A raging fire is hard to deal with in general, and I mean, starting a forest fire like this, there's a reason why firefighters spend so much time fighting them, because they are truly hard to fight. It is insane the amount of resources required to fight a fire like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we have none of that abilities. We have none of the abilities of technology or cantrips. So
we're surrounded by water here.
And so even the spell control water lets you raise or lower the level of water in a 50 foot long by 50 foot wide area by 10 feet. Water creatures in the area get slowed, so that spell's been nerfed hard. Control water used to end encounters.
I thought control water in the oldest, you could like water bend it or something. That's how it worked.
It wasn't water bending so much as it was Moses. Like a 10th level caster could raise or lower the water level by like I think 100 feet. So here comes an army. Like I definitely had an army of zombies attacking my players once, and the cleric snaps his fingers, and they're done. Same is true for back in the day. I had to fight some aquatic monsters and just like tap the war priest on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, can you do that?" And they died horrible deaths when the water went. Whoop. Best spell. But yeah, no, it seems there's probably going to be no way of dealing with.
Okay.
So I can think of I see this as the great of two evils is the Night Heralds, then the fire.
Yeah.
The fire is nature. There would be nutrients for the plants to grow back. The Night Heralds want to end all life, so
in fact, actually, forests actually are that's actually one of the natural things about forests is they're supposed to burn and regrow. That's actually what the certain pine cones, they only actually open when there's certain a degree of heat involved in it, I believe. Mm-hmm. So
that's absolutely
it's been a
correct.
while, but
and you imagine the Dryad and her servants, and they are many, will be able to deal with it. It's just it's more like the rage directed at who started it.
Yeah. Well, my character knows he's probably not coming back to this part of the world again.
Oh, we lost the character.
And Eric's dead.
Yeah, an idea.
Oh, we lost her in OBS too. Now we're looking at Chewy's face up close. Got to get rid of that. That's personal. Now we're good. Okay, so what's the plan, team? It's a day.
Send the messages and let's go.
Do you want to grab that sword?
I call
go grab the sword and start moving.
Messages are sent. It takes basic
to the Cyclops.
Okay. Yeah. So we get the thing.
Tell them to sally forth.
You guys fly back to camp. Your short sword is waiting. Aramil, your +3 short sword, which is real good. Kellery understands it's
two.
Doubling ring is our best rings.
I believe +3 is a master, right? Master quality?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Kellery gets her group of mercenaries together. They will begin marching So at that point, you move one more square to the right, and that's 7 days left. Let's see here. They can march a couple. Okay, yeah, everybody can make it in time. We're going to move at the speed of the slowest people in the group, and that is, of course, the Keller's mercenaries, who are moving one square. They can just make it. To where you guys are going to make it way early on Rockback.
So we can actually try to go for that healing staff and then make it there afterwards?
Yeah, you certainly could. Yeah, you guys
Even
can.
though he's not currently here, but...
Give him time. He's coming.
Yeah. But
I assume we have a message in Discord. Okay, the healing staff is resolved. You guys will arrive with... Right. I'm going to recount that. They're moving... Let me be double great for the both of us, Dewey. I'm making a lot of references to old movies. Walk Hard, A Dewey Cox Story is also the best movie. And I don't care who you are.
Oh, gosh. Really?
Well, what if you're famous? John C. Reilly is gold. Solid gold. National treasure. Okay, so those guys are moving at a speed of 20, which means they can move 1 hex in a day. So that means you're at 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yeah, they literally show up on the last day. You guys are going to just barely squeak this one out. You fail here and bad things happen. But you guys are going to have, let's see here, 23, 24, 25. You could get back with 3 days on the clock if there's anything you want to do. The Rocks and the Fire Giant arrive much earlier. The Cyclopses never show. You assume the worst.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
May they, if they have fallen, I say this to the group, may their bodies provide good nutrients for a mighty, majestic tree.
May they be the greatest of fertilizer. Well said.
I thought they had
Hey,
RSVP.
he's back.
Oh, he's literally just in time. Well done. I will make this person visible again. Okay, so you guys arrive. You get that staff of healing, Eric. And now you have 3 days of prep. And you have, with 2 ally points, make a reception check, if you guys would, as you guys arrive.
Only 2? I thought we had 4.
The other 2 are a couple days behind.
Oh, gotcha. Huh.
Oh, okay.
That's a good perception check.
It is a good perception check.
28.
Almost a natural 20.
Ziam has giveth. Ziam has taketh away.
Perception.
Yep, if you would please. Oh, that's a 3. I'm looking at it on OBS, but there's the 1. Okay, all right. So what happens is, you guys might have maybe been able to do something as you guys arrive, but you unwisely buzz the camp on Rockback, and they see you and are aware of you. Nothing bad happens. No one gets attacked or anything, but there's no chance of 3 days of guerrilla warfare because they're going to be aware of the attack coming. There are...
I wanted to do guerrilla warfare.
I know, I wanted you to do it too. This party's great for it. So many move speeds. Anywho, the lake you guys are looking for, called the Moonmere, lies in a secluded valley near the source of this little river here. There's a busted up old tower, is the first thing you see as you guys are buzzing over. And you can obviously put 2 and 2 together here that this is where Ramlock chose to build his new home thousands of years ago. The tower has long since crumbled to ruins, but it looks like the Night Heralds have been there weeks before you guys even got to Thicket Fell. Yeah. The information is probably still there in esoteric libraries at the bottom, but you guys are going to have to run the Night Heralds off, especially now that they've seen you, before you can get in there. And they definitely appear to be a significant force. The current encampment is really big. And because you guys are flying in on the back of gargantuan eagles, you're definitely spotted. You maybe if you waited a night, maybe somebody could try to sneak in. They're going to be ready.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Do they have a military camp set up?
Make a reception check.
All right.
Yeah, if they have patrols, we might as well take them out at least.
Mm.
Oh, I've got a better idea. It's a 34.
34. Yeah, that's a critical
Nice.
success. These guys look less to have like an organized force, like you might imagine, and more like mercenaries. There are several giants of many persuasions marching around the camp that you imagine have been fed prisoners / promised loot from y'all in exchange for protecting them. You see, rather, Nidea sees, because Nidea is the only one left. In the back, it's hard to not see it, especially after that night. The big bug-looking creature with several brains jammed onto its back. There's another one of those there.
Oh boy.
And several humanoids of various shapes and sizes dressed in robes. You imagine the actual, like, Night Herald cultists. They're moving around by day. So Nidea, again, with a little more information here, can, like, those aren't vampires unless they have some kind of protection. But they're definitely something.
Okay.
No, I'll relay that information on to everybody else.
So...
Okay. Do they have tents set up or anything?
Yeah, just the basic camp.
Okay. I look to I got
Okay.
ideas.
Sonya's she's back, right? That's how this is working.
So I look to Zayam. I say, brother, they have an encampment, and we have 3 days. What do you say we besiege them?
From the air?
Can you get these eagles to drop boulders on those tents?
Can we paint them orange?
It would work. It would so work.
Yeah,
Drop
prestidigitation.
buckets of orange paint.
Oh my god! Some of those gnomes could probably cast that. Just, oh, I know.
Yeah, I can do that.
Get out of the way.
It says, well, if we can get the eagles to drop something heavy from hundreds of feet up, the eagles theoretically shouldn't be in any danger.
Yeah.
You guys are
Keep them
definitely
safe.
spotted, and they might be able to respond.
Well, if they're high up enough, I think we could keep them safe, and they can harass the camp for several days.
I was thinking you'd just throw fireballs down.
That's what I was thinking. Your plan
That's what I
was.
would want to do, but Sonya's dead.
Sonya's dead. Good job.
Good job, Serpent.
Didn't we get a wand of fireballs though?
We do have.
Yes, yes, and because are we using the new spell rules, the updated 1.5?
Yes, we are. Mhm.
That means it's a 10d6 fireballs then.
That's the thing.
What was it originally?
It was 8d6 because it was 4th level.
Mhm.
Wow.
I hand you the stick.
Yeah, you could do it 10 times.
So you fly up over them very, very far away and just start throwing fireballs down.
Well, you'd have to be within the spell range.
Mhm.
No, I don't know what
That's
the
the
range
thing.
is currently.
Spell range is taking a look. I assume this didn't get changed with the update, so I'm just gonna look in the core book. Fireball. Bless you. Fireball has a range of 500 feet.
Oh, relatively safe.
Relatively safe.
Yeah. Only thing you'd have to worry about is another fireball.
Yeah.
True. Fireballs.
But do you think it's worth the risk?
It's up to the eagles. The
Good point.
rocks.
I mean,
they've got 2 intelligence. That's like saying it's up to my horse, who has not the capability to.
All right.
Not a giant
What do
eagle,
you
Rock.
think?
it might be worth the risk, like the day before, just shooting. Because, I mean, if we lose the rocks, that's bad,
Mhm.
but we're still shooting fireballs.
And I raise the eggs, if they have any. And
They
have
did
baby
have-
rocks.
We will honor their
I
sacrifice.
thought they did have eggs or whatever.
It's mating season. There were eggs there.
So they just left the eggs.
Love
I'm
was in the
very
air.
convincing.
Yeah.
Druids are
Yes, you
powerful.
I think that trying to thin out their ranks or like doing a whole siege thing over the night so that they don't get sleep, so that they're hopefully fatigued with the day when we actually get our mercenaries and whatnot there. That seems like a pretty sound tactic, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'd say what we want to do tactically is have the rocks just do some kind of raid in the middle of the night every night,
like
so
drop
that
a
they
rock.
don't get a chance to sleep.
I don't think they see
Every night
it
live.
night very well. They're like
Yeah.
I think they're binaural, not nocturnal.
Rocks, you mean? Yeah,
They don't
they
have
don't
to
have
if
dark
they
vision.
can drop something big.
They don't have dark vision.
If they're just dropping large rocks, we can actually do that like every day because you just fly well above the 500. You go like 1,000 feet in the
Yeah.
air, and then you just drop rocks. And then
Yeah,
you go down, get more rocks, do it again. And then
it won't be very accurate, but it doesn't need to be.
yeah,
We might take down a wall.
Campman is
Or
like
something.
this big, rocks like this big. All you have to do is get in that little hole.
This is the blast radius. Land in here somewhere.
Yep.
So I second the rocks dropping rocks.
All right, sure, we can do that. We definitely can.
I just love it. What kind of
Sounds
ranger are
good to
you?
me.
I'm this kind of ranger, the battle tactics ranger.
And then the night before, we then have somebody flying the rocks and then shooting fireballs all the way till it's done. And then we keep the rocks doing that over the night if possible, so that hopefully the enemy is fatigued on the next day.
The
Okay.
big thing is, don't want the rocks to be going all night long on the last night because we don't want them to be fatigued. We need them to get enough sleep so they can.
We don't need
also
them
be in
for
the
the final battle. If they're fatigued, they can just go back to their nest at that point. Because if the entire enemy camp is fatigued and our two armies, which is the Gnomish army and the mercenary army, get there, plus our fire giant, I think we'll be fine without the rocks at that point because the rocks have
Alright.
done hopefully a significant amount of damage to them at
Yeah.
that
Alright,
point.
yeah, that's a
And
good point.
if they want, I mean, if you want to convince them to fight fatigue, that's fine. But the enemy being fatigued
Alright.
is the important part.
Hmm.
I don't
Okay.
want the rocks to be fatigued. So, well, I do. Well, we
Alright.
can have them go back to their nest if they are.
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
Okay.
at least then they can survive and raise their children, and if the world still is, around at that point.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
Look, talking plant. Sorry, it's just still funny. The idea is sound, though. The idea makes a lot of sense. I like having smart players. It's good. So you guys, over the course of the 3 days in these mountains, there's certainly big enough rocks to fall and make some of everyone well and truly indeed die.
The rocks fall, everybody dies.
Not quite everyone, but over the course of those few days, the rocks are able to run off most of the giants. They're not necessarily like a priority target, but they're bigger. And the birds, which are basically just, I'm assuming, unless someone goes with them, are just running on go here, drop this, kill things.
Mhm.
So it's the giants are run off. You guys actually probably hear it in the night. Giants fleeing up farther into the stolen lands. More things than giants besides. Giants is kind of a vague description. You hear more of like as you see some of them running through speaking Jotun, some of them are green and hunched and their arms kind of come forward a little and they got these big ol', almost like an orc tusk, except they come out forward a little bit. You guys are definitely smart enough to identify a troll. And off they go. The last night, if you guys want to go in and use the fireballs, we can do that, but it's going to be an on the battlefield kind of thing. With a PC on board, they're going to respond.
That's a risky tactic, so
It is.
Yeah.
I think only one person needs to do that at that point, though. So
That'd be better done with a coordinated attack, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something to. Well,
I mean, if
Too bad
See, I
we don't
think-
have necklace of fireballs.
yeah, 'cause that's the thing is the wand requires you to use up all your resonance for the day.
Mm-hmm. No alchemists here. If we were using potions, we're using potions. Same with anything you might be invested in.
Yeah.
Glances at +3 short sword.
Okay.
That's why it kind of has to be like the night before or the day before, so that we can get the rest.
Yeah.
What color are the Night Herald's robes? Are they orange?
Not quite.
Is
They're
there any bit of orange?
they're a bit of blue, bit of like midnight bluish purple, not unlike what the vampires had in a Ferret Sombrefell Hall. Basically that color.
Is it black with a slightly darker black?
Basically.
It's black and off black.
You guys
Slightly darker black. Ah.
will in fact be fighting Nathan Explosion in the coming battle. No one gets the Metalocalypse joke. Fine! I'm funny.
Did not want a lot of
Sorry.
Metalocalypse, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been
Only
a
one
while
of us can be
since I've
cool.
seen it.
Okay,
Aqua Team?
Aqua Team.
Echo?
that show was definitely super good. My Goblin Force really is the same as my Wide Force, basically.
Yep. Yes, it is.
So, does somebody want to go in the night before and start another air raid, or do we want to skip straight to the big fight?
How about we just have the Rocks do the Rocks whole thing, and we actually, as a group, we get within 500 feet of the outside of the base and just launch fireball, 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 and then run away. And then,
Is there any cover?
Basically.
There's enough cover, yeah.
Okay, then I agree with that. I think we can use that.
Because then at least we can get back, camp the night away while they're dealing with the fires and the rock attack overnight.
Makes sense.
We should aim for the tents, if at all possible.
At that point, the Rocks are attacking the tents, basically. They're attacking everything, what they can drop rocks on.
Okay. So in that last night, the gnomes show up and they well and truly do start prestidigitating things orange, knowing it will anger the Rocks. Because that's about all they got, is they can communicate with burrowing things and they can prestidigitate. So that's what they do, is just, haha, this is orange.
I'd like the Night Herald to be targets at that point. And I'm like, target those big old things with the brains on them and make the Night Herald stuff orange. Yeah. Those are the ones.
Fair enough.
That presto may be all we need.
And so it was. I will. The mercenaries basically show up if you guys would like to roll a 10. If you want to throw 100 d6 at this fantasy grounds for everyone to see. As someone who once upon a time detonated an entire necklace of fireballs to kill a worm that walks at a LGS and got to get all those d6s and throw them at once, I know the feeling in my heart of how good that is. If you would like to make this RNG crash, now's your time.
Let's do it.
Tent there. Tents everywhere. Just fireball.
Only one of you. God, if it's 400 d6, my RNG will poop itself.
I'm not doing it. Doing it. That's up to the person that actually has the ability to roll that.
Well, that would be the druid.
All right, Chewie, your moment has come.
I gave him the
What am I
wands.
rolling? What are the numbers?
100 d6 for 10 d6 fireballs.
How do I type in 186?
I don't know. How do you fantasy grounds? You right click.
I can go up to 20.
Oh God, how do we do that? There's got to be a way. What you could do is you could right click and spawn a bunch of dice and count to 100. That would take so long. That will be forever.
I know there's a 20 option.
Yeah,
I could use the 20 option multiple times.
I think that has to be it because it definitely caps. You can't get to 100. You can get to
it's
that many.
100. Oh, you typed it out? Wait, how many?
What you do is you grab that d6 and not right click. Grab your d6, right click on it while it's down.
6s.
Okay.
I'm going to roll them 5 times to
That
try
works.
not to crash it.
Alright, 75.
And now, 20.
Eat fireballs!
63. Let me get my calculator up. This is important.
There's the third one.
3 plus 57 plus 63 again.
One for the money.
And one for the money. So that's a grand total of 335 points of fire damage are assigned to buildings, to more trolls. The fire giants obviously can shake it off, and this is around the point that a rock picks one up, flies up a little bit, and dashes it against the rocks. Not themselves. That's not how. Against the stones! I must make there is an important And between the mercenaries who do arrive and begin a full frontal assault, along with the prestidigitating gnomes, who basically there's just a lot of them and they're a really big nuisance, run up and like mage hand someone's robes like around their knees so they trip, turn things orange, things of that nature. There's a lot of people that run off when we go to the last day. There's still several people. Matter of fact, the last day takes place as a lots and lots of fighting is happening. Several things are run off. I'll move the other things here in a second. But there is one group of bad things that you must still contend with. And I will...
What's the name of this map? If I pull it up.
The name of the map is Ramlock's Tower.
I see it. It's pulled up.
Yeah, he has to reveal it to us basically before we can actually pull it up ourselves.
Right. So
mine's still loading, so I got the tokens, but just loading screen.
Oh, boo. Let me preload it.
Anything yet?
It should load pretty quick.
There it goes.
So all the mummy retainers are gone. I can't just hit delete. I have to delete the token like this. A pair of the cultists are gone. You guys see what's... Stop spitting my cultists! Put them down, you cowards! We'll keep Old Man Zandu, and we'll keep that wizard from the Colliginous Order, but we'll drop the guy from Gorilla King.
Way to zoom in.
Yeah, hold down Control plus mouse wheel. And put your mouse where you want to zoom in. You guys are left with one brain collector, a pair of cultists, and a... make a perception check. You guys aren't from here. And rather, you guys, I mean this guy. This guy is not from here.
Is anybody else's fantasy ground like really slow?
That might happen after several D6 are thrown to the board.
Yeah, I'm trying to zoom in, and it zoomed in. It wasn't responding. Then it went zoomed in, zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out.
Weird.
Okay.
I'm trying to fix it.
So the 33 is enough.
Is really slow, so.
Worst case scenario, you might need to relog. So I haven't seen a Ziam. Now I've seen a Ziam. So Ziam has no idea what this is. Aramil and Nydia, from her background, probably has like the basic idea, or rather, yeah, no, that's right. But it's Ojutai from his time studying across the world that's able to more closely identify enough to critically succeed at it. But there might be a little bit extra. That's the creature before you wears the robes of a Knight Herald, but like under the robes, and you can see by the firelight, this whole map's illuminated. It's wrapped up in really old, sand-covered, dirty linen, and you can identify a mummy. This mummy appears to be particularly powerful. It carries itself as if it's the leader, and during the chaos of this fight, you guys turn the corner, and a pair of cultists who are a little more ready to meet you, and this giant brain monster thing, which will take the front. Stop spitting my stuff, put it down! Are all that stand between you guys and this ritual, killing everyone one last time. Let's roll initiative.
Well, it's a good thing I have disrupting for undead. All right, come on, mummy, let's do this.
A 28 from Ziam will get a surprise round.
Is it perception?
Yeah, it's perception.
Okay.
Well, if you'd like to make stealth checks, I might say you can make stealth checks. That's fair.
I'm good with just running in.
Definitely want stealth check.
All right, it's a 28, not a 27. I just didn't add the extra +1.
Got it. So RML makes a stealth instead of a perception. Nydia makes a perception check.
Right.
I guess I should be rolling too. Here I am just staring at the board. Where are you guys? Man!
Actually, I did a stealth check.
You can, if you'd rather. I just assumed you'd be better at perception. Oh, okay, cool. A 28, that's a 28, a 27, and a 28. Oh, no, that's a +1. That's a 28, a 28, and a 28. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, I'll stop staring at Fantasy Grounds, and I'll make my rolls too. It's important. Oh, good. Oh, good.
I hope that is good.
I hope that's low.
For us, I mean.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's under what I rolled for my D20, so we'll see.
That is fair. Did
his pluses.
Did Aramil want to make a stealth check instead of a perception check? Or did he?
Oh,
Oh, no, he
yeah,
didn't. Okay.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Man, well done, everyone. Yahtzee! You guys are all good at stuff.
What did I win?
You got a +3 short sword. Don't get greedy. I don't know.
That's true.
You might get something. True. That's uncanny. That's like a 1 in like a lot chance of doing that.
Yeah.
Anyway, a brain collector, a Negthalu,
Anita.
Nethaglu. That's a fun word. Gets a.
I need to clarify. I can use Cone of Cold once per day, correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Got it.
Okay.
Then that just seems like a very good opening salvo.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
Gotta have that ice monk power. That may be because I have a very, very soft place in my heart for Tarkir, but that's okay. And then I gotta roll for the cultists.
I love
Tarkir. Tarkir is the best block in a long time. I haven't played Magic in a while.
Great.
I miss Magic. I haven't played Magic in so long. But Tarkir was really fun. The Conquest of Kublai Khan.
Yes, it was.
And then I have a pair of... Well, that's what it was. It was India, it was Persia, Mongolia, Northern China, and China itself. Oh, God. What am I? I'm not a Masterful Rogue, not a Cleric of Callistria. Where am I? Do I exist? Do I get to play? I guess I need to check the actual bestiary and see what I'm supposed to be rolling. What am I? Oh, I'm in here. Okay, that's so much nicer. Let's spread it across 2 books. So these guys are not good. So they're at the bottom of the initiative. Ziam has a surprise round.
I want to fire a arrow from my bow.
Okay. What's your target?
Since there's no measurement thing, what's within 120 feet?
Okay, so I'm going to say everything on the board is as you see it. So from Ziam's location, that wall is there, and it's about as big as you are. So it provides cover for every... You can't shoot over it. You're not big enough. But,
okay, then.
See here, Fadton, pretty much everything's within 120 feet of you, though. Surprise round is 1 action. I know that's not necessarily correct because we don't have surprise round stats, but damn it, it's an important part of combat.
So then I would like to only 1 action. So if a spell costs 2 actions, I can't do it.
Correct.
Okay.
But you're top of the initiative after, so you essentially have 4 actions right now.
Huh.
Okay.
Sweet.
And it's literally Ziam. I'm doing it in the order I got them: Ziam, Ojutai, Idea, Aramil, and then the bad guys.
To move, this here looks like a gap in between the stuff.
You are correct.
Yeah, like right there, if I'll have her line up fire and be near the monk for whenever the stuff starts happening.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So, it's now my turn again.
Yep, you got it. Surprise round is resolved.
Alright. I'm going to fire my arrow at the brain.
Okay.
Monster.
Well, I didn't think you were firing it at the mouse. And 18. Okay, let's take a looky-loo here. I had to do so much jumping to get to what I need in this. Do not like too many acrobatics. I think an 18 fumble. 18 does not fumble, but does not hit. You fire the arrow, and it's the creature, which is... you might not necessarily know what it is, Ziam, but you know it's not of this world. It is a violation of how nature works. Its very presence offends you, and thus you fire a little too fast, and the arrow like wings off the side of its carapace. Whoop,
okay,
that one was my fault.
So, Ojutai, are you stealthing?
No.
I forgot what you were stealthing.
No, I was not.
Okay, then I am... I say... Just like the dragon, I say to you,
sure.
I want to cast a spell. Enlarged person.
Yep, that's the one. Too huge already. Damn it, stop spinning, Brain Collector. Sit where you are. Stop being crazy.
That gets me slow 1, right? Which actually reduces one of my actions?
No, it makes you sluggish. It hits your dex.
Sluggish.
It takes your hit down by 1. It's not that bad. So he goes
but
to
then
huge.
It raises it up for 1, or no?
I'll tell you a sec. That may not be as accurate. Yeah, that's fair. Let me grab it. Oh, rulebook. Sluggish.
I think it drops your AC.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, it just drops AC from one. Like,
You get a +4 to hit, and you get a
I think it's just +4 to
10-foot
damage.
reach. Oh, damage. Let me check. I'm looking at my notes.
It gives me a
And-
plus 10 to my reach, which means I'm a 15 to reach.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Big
nice.
draconic
Good.
monk. So
I do
sluggish
also have-
is you take a conditional penalty to AC attack rolls, dexterity, base checks, and reflex saves equal to the value.
Okay.
So,
Still +3 to hit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. You're not there, but I'm gonna move you there because I need to. Whoop! Stop that. There we go.
I'm not touching it.
I know. I'm doing it myself. He's gonna. There's not enough room in those squares, so he's pushed over here.
I'd be okay with that, to be honest.
There you go. And Ojutai is super big, and it's his turn now.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Ojutai, since Ojutai is 2 size categories bigger than he once was, we're gonna treat the walls as you see them on the board like difficult terrain.
Oh!
Like fences in Fable 2. You simply have to like jump over them.
Oh, or I go into Dragon Stance, and difficult terrain is no longer a thing.
Oh yeah. Fair enough. Okay. You do it. Ojutai goes into Dragon Stance, draws the symbol with his hands, gets super big, and off you go.
Alright, so I gotta count this. It's the normal movement speed of 5, then 10, then 5, then 10.
Yeah, you got it.
Yep. Alright, so unfortunately I already went to Dragon Stance, so that won't help, but at least I can get here. And gosh, I wish I can ping.
Mm-hmm. I do miss the ping.
Be right back, people.
Have fun.
I should be able to reach the dude from here.
Yeah,
correct?
you can. You can reach the brain collector from
And
there.
he
yeah.
can't reach me, is what I'm trying to get to. Because I have longer reach than he does.
You do have
So I'm
bigger
trying to get
arms
to
than him.
Trying to get to a point where I can hit him and he can't hit me. So he has to move into my square.
He looks like he might have to get a little closer to you. Yeah, your arms and legs are certainly a lot bigger than they once were.
Great. All right. So that was going into Dragon Stance, moving over.
Yep.
And now I will flurry of blows.
Yes, sir.
I do have disrupting, but I don't think it'll work against this.
Yeah,
So
he's
the
not.
D6
He's
on-
an aberration, not an undead.
The D6 on this though will be cold. So
Understood.
if the cold works, that's all right. So I got to grab the right action button.
Okay. Oh,
Do both of them hit?
Someone's chair is angry. The 31
That's
is
my turn.
almost a critical, but yes, both
Okay.
of them. Both of them hit.
So then the D6, I mean not the D6, the damage dice on the normal attack goes up to D12s. Yeah, this chair kind of sucks, but it's unfortunately the only chair I have right now.
That's fair. What with the process of moving from a house to a new house, that makes sense. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
All right, 60, 12.
Wow.
Well, that's fun. I really want to play a monk in this playtest at some point.
They look awesome.
2d6 of cold,
So
and then
59 damage.
plus 20. No, not just 20. Plus 24.
Plus
Add 24 to that.
Fine, I will.
Yeah, because of the enlarge plus the damage. Yeah.
Okay,
What does that equal?
That's 84 points of damage if I do my quick mental math correctly. As Ojutai moves forward, it's pretty graceful because his dragon style is the dragon style of the great teacher. So it's probably just like a quick flip in place to get over that wall, and in that flip, 2 arms come down into this thing's like chitinous form, cracking into it. And okay, that's not enough to do any other bad things, but it definitely feels it. It screams out in Aklo. Nydia, flashbacks of that night come back, and you're up.
Yeah.
The forest fire
Okay.
should have been flashbacks.
How far away
Yeah.
am I?
You are in the bottom left.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay. I need to get closer. So I think I need to stride around. I'm in stealth, so I'm going to stride around to the left of, or to the right of that wall.
Okay, sounds
See
great.
if I can get a shot. So that get me there, I think.
Okay. You still don't have
right?
line of sight over the wall from there. You would need to be 1, 2, 3 squares forward. You might be able to see it, but there's still a wall right there.
Yeah,
Not to mention Ojutai.
Yes, that I understand.
There's a wall of muscle.
Okay, I am going to cast shield.
Okay. I believe that costs 2 actions.
1 action.
Okay, fair enough. I knew that. It's testing you.
And gonna move to the. Let's see where I was right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where I was?
Yep. I say not knowing where you're pointing at all because I can't see a ping because we're not on Roll20. By the way, thanks to the guys at Fantasy Grounds for the sweet copy of Fantasy Grounds. Can we have a ping, please? That would be cool.
Now, if I move to there,
you would have line of sight on all 4 of them. Yeah.
And I could. That still is considered cover for stealth.
Not quite. That square would break it. Well, no. When you could pie around and shoot.
Okay. Now the shield. Do I need another action, or is it a reaction to raise that? I can't remember.
It's a reaction to block with it. You would need 1 more action to raise it, and that was 3 actions. So
okay.
What's up?
I actually did 8 points less.
Okay, duly noted. It goes now at the bottom of the player's initiative. You monsters to Aramil.
All right. That ranger action economy.
Is
any of this rough terrain?
The walls are not difficult terrain for you. They're just too big, and you would have to climb up them. But the rest of it is not. The rest of it's pretty flat from giants and things trampling the area.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got a straight shot.
Yes, you do.
All right. I'll use another action to quick draw my bow and knock an arrow.
Sure.
And we'll fire away. And since he hasn't moved yet, he is flat-footed to me, and I get a D6 sneak attack damage.
Yes, sir. I forgot you archetyped into rogue.
Oh yeah.
Make it so.
All right, Captain. Oh no!
What could happen that is bad? Make a reflex save.
My best save. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. You have evasion, right? You treat successes as crit successes? Okay, so as you go to fire, you don't see it until the shadow, overcomes you, and you quickly, sidle over as, much like, I can't think of his name, not Sharku, the orc with one eye from Return of the King sidesteps the rock. The rock that the rock drops lands in that square with a thunk. Obviously, possibly targeting the brain collector, narrowly missing you, because you treated success as a critical success, dusting it off.
Dust off my shoulder, and that'll end my turn.
Alrighty. I think the biggest threat is the biggest guy. That's the fair assessment here. What can I do? What do I have?
Definitely not the one that missed.
I didn't get to do as much with this. That seems good. Ojutai, make a will save for me, please.
Alrighty then.
That passes. Let's see what happens on a pass and how many actions that is. I apologize in advance to everyone watching this and to my players. There are 4 spellcasters on the enemy side of the board. My turns are...
This is not good.
My turns are going to take a minute. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. I cast this spell. You pass it.
I am also the biggest.
You are. You are.
This is not good.
You got a good will save. Monk, you got this.
Yeah, even then, 4 of them... That's going to be pretty hard.
So that was 2 of my actions, man. I believe.
I thought it'd be like the dragon. You could just go up and be like, "Hey, bread collector, smash."
That's basically what he did. I don't have vulnerability to cold. Yeah. Where?
If only one or two of them with spellcasters, that'd be fine. But all four of them?
You guys chose to run off the non-casters. All I have left is my casters.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a success, Ojutai is slowed 1 for a round as this thing begins. For lack of a better word, it hypnotoads in your direction, and Ojutai finds himself hypnotoading back as it casts confusion. And
So I have sluggish and slowed.
And slowed for a round on a success. With my last action, I would like to step over here. So I'm smart. I don't have any 1-action spells because they're all 2 actions. I'm going to double check that though, because if I have a 1-action spell, I'd like to throw it at you because you're really scary.
I lose an
Yes, you're not. Okay.
the action. Right?
Basically, yep, that's slowed. You were down in action. And let's see here. I'll go to the cultist next as I jump across a million PDFs. They might do the same thing. Can they do that? Can they? What do I have?
Please don't slow me even more than 1.
Can I? Can I?
I don't think it stacks.
It does not. Okay, so we're gonna.
Unless there's a literal slowed 2. There is, but unless you get
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think we're gonna
I
try.
like how the conditions give you that.
I think we're gonna try that spell. That spell's pretty classic, pretty classy. Am I getting that right? Is that the spell? Yeah. So that is a. I think I have to hit you to do that, don't I? I have to attempt a range touch attack. So these guys spending 2 actions each. The 2 not mummies targeting Ojutai's touch.
Ooh.
So I have a number.
I'm assuming their pluses are pretty high.
So many jumps. I'm so bad at this. What's my...
My touch is the exact same as my regular, so...
Oh, fair. Monk powers go! So it's a plus 17 on both of those. So 19 plus 17 and then 17 times 2.
Both, I believe, are criticals.
Oh, good. Let me see if
What are they targeting?
They're targeting
34
Ojutai.
and a 36.
Yeah, because
Are they hitting his
Yeah.
AC or what?
Yeah, they're targeting his touch. And since they're...
17 plus 17 and 19 plus 17, correct?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
you
It's
got it.
pluses.
34
Yeah,
and 36.
And
Okay,
since these are critical
17.
successes...
Wait,
since-
34 and 36? Am I
Yeah.
doing math wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's only... Those are both only successes.
Okay, so make 2 fortitude saves. Since they're not crits, you don't treat it as 1 degree worse.
Okay. Sorry, they were almost criticals. They were very close.
That's fair. That's fair.
But all right, 2 fortitude saves. Let's
Yes,
not
sir.
get a nat 1. That's a nat 20, so that's a critical.
Okay, you're unaffected by the
And-
first one.
That's a 30.
The second one is, I think you shrug off the second one too. The first one you definitely, like, it's almost the one-y monks deflect arrows. There's a counterspell in Dragons of Tarkir that a lot of my friends speculated and photoshopped that might have been forcible, where Ojutai just does this. And the spell, ping! And that's basically what goes down. I hope someone out there is enjoying all this magic flavor, because Anthony and I are, as the first one does nothing. And the second one... Can't touch this. The other one touched it, though. I think.
Yeah, paralysis and sleep. If those two are part of it,
They're not.
get a +1 on those.
So it's a DC 22. You passed the second one by quite a bit.
But I didn't crit.
So on a success, you are enfeebled 1 as you are struck with a bolt of... As you block the other one, the second one catches in the armpit. As a bolt of necromantic
and
energy.
slowed.
And sluggish.
And
Ash,
sluggish.
there's that 4 degrees of success for you. Ray of Enfeeblement is a spell. For their second action...
What does that do now?
I'll tell you in a second. Actually, I better tell you now, because I'm about to shoot at you with crossbows. Someone figure out what that does.
That's what I'm looking
What's the
for.
name of it?
I mean, there's so many conditions now on my character, and they're not good.
He's enfeebled.
Okay.
Enfeebled, slowed, and sluggish. I need to know what they all do together.
And then I have a... I'll wait to tell you the numbers until in a second. I didn't know if Chewie was looking. I guess I'll go. Here we go.
I am looking.
Enfeebled. And fabbled. Basic conditions.
Okay, you take a penalty to attack rolls, damage rolls, and strength-based checks.
Okay, so basically the sluggish for your strength stuff. And then I have a 21 and a 31 as these guys fire their crossbows at you.
Oh, those
You still have
both
a
missed.
+2 to hit.
Okay.
Those both missed.
So the crossbow bolts just kind of ping off the side. They probably hit the Wraith Enfeeblement just into nothing. Now there are so many things I have to move. Now we go to the Mummy Pharaoh. I thought about letting, I can't think of his name now, but not near Lathotep. That's obviously a great old one. The guy whose tomb you were in 2 books ago. I thought about his mummy being a Mummy Pharaoh, but this one's here. So what are we gonna do? It's gonna okay, so it's gonna move. It's gonna stride to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So Nydia and Ojutai both need to make will saves. As this thing moves closer to you, you hear, do any of you understand Ancient Assyrian?
Nope. I understand Common and Tian.
No.
You also understand that I think that passed. So it's basically just ancient words bounce around in your head as this guy gets too close.
And what am I rolling? What kind of
Will
check?
save. You're making a will save.
Oh, will save.
Do I get another condition? That's all I need to know.
You are not. You are not.
Another condition.
Ojutai is able to shake it off. Ojutai is just, there's too much rage. And
Great.
and Nydia just makes the DC, so it's a little harder for Nydia. Fortunately, neither of you are paralyzed by this thing. As it moves forward.
Paralysis, I get a +1 to it.
Oh, congratulations.
Anything yeah, well, just in case. Critical does.
And as it moves closer, it opens its jaw, and much like a serpent, its jaw it distends and it detaches and it gets unnaturally large as a gout of superheated sand fires out in a 60-foot cone. Oh, there's a block there, so if I'm out to 60 feet, I can hit ZM with this. 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. Okay, so I can hit ZM, I can't hit Aramil. I hit all 3 of you. If you guys could make
Wouldn't the wall be in the way?
Not for him, because if you look right, to the
there's a
immediate
little
diagonal
gap.
of his token, there's a gap. So I need
okay.
so reflex save from Nydia, reflex save from Ziam, reflex save from Ojutai as sand covers the place. 19 is indeed a failure. It's 31
At
is
least it's not a critical.
31 passes but doesn't critically pass.
Natural. Oh, it's
That looked like a 1, yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
So that's a failure
I
from
got the magnifier.
Yeah. All right, so that's a failure from everyone who is in Nydia who doesn't critically pass. So Nydia takes half of this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Does anyone have any resistance to fire?
No.
Take
The
that as a
sand's
no.
doing fire damage?
It's 5 of this is fire damage, or rather 5d6 is fire damage, 5d6 is slashing. So it's 32 damage at Ojutai and Ziam, and half of that at Nydia. And what are you going to do about it, Ojutai? Slowed, enfeebled, sad.
Wasn't somebody else in front of me? I thought somebody that got the surprise round was in front of me.
He was in front of you, and then you
Yeah.
moved farther forward.
Well, I thought, so I get to go in turn order?
Yeah, never mind. No, I lied. It is Ziam's turn. I'm real bad at initiative. You all rolled literally the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone goes whenever they want to, but don't actually, because that will give me a headache.
Right.
Since talking's a free action, I say to my brother and to Nai. How do I
Nydia?
say the character's
Nydia.
name? Nydia.
Nydia.
I say to Nydia, would you all like to get into melee? And I know Ojutai's already in it.
I'm
so screwed.
getting ready. I'm
know.
getting ready to get involved here.
Right?
Is Nydia supposed to be like? Is Nydia
Rain.
supposed to be like
I'm Rain.
Nydia, like the green god from
Okay.
Theros? Is that right, Eric? Or am I grasping at straws?
No, actually, it's
Fair enough.
The green god from Theros.
Yeah, that guy was fun. It didn't have reach, but it had a gigantic bow and was really giant. It always pissed me off.
That god was great. If you could get unlimited mana, you freaking pump your entire team. It's great.
And punch dudes. Boone Satyr, go!
So what is the answer, brother?
I'm
we
fighting
could-
from range.
Can we answer if it's not our turn?
Yeah, you can always speak when it's not your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, yes or
Automil
no.
is going to respond in Elven that he'll circle around the back.
Okay, then I'm only attacking the monk I'm only targeting the monk for this. I say attack I attack you with buff.
Then I'm only betraying this one.
Okay. I would like to cast.
Please don't kill me.
I'd like to
It's
cast
because
Moon
he got all
Frenzy
those
on you.
conditions.
Remove what?
Moon Frenzy.
So now he's a werewolf dragon. Fun.
It would give you
What's that do?
you have like a 3d8 bite, a 3d6 claws, and 1d4 bleeding damage with any of those.
It basically turns you into a wear something. You get 5 temporary hit points, you're accelerated 10, and you gain weakness 5 to silver. You get fangs and claws, both of which are unarmed attacks. The fangs deal 3d8 piercing. The claws deal 3d6, slashing, and are agile and finesse. You use your highest weapon or unarmed attack proficiency with these attacks. On a critical hit, the target takes 1d4 persistent bleed. You can't spend concentrate actions unless they have the rage trait. If the target is in the light of the full moon, which you're not because the eclipse happens on the new moon, you would grow one size if you were medium or smaller. Okay, never mind. You're not gargantuan.
So, are you willing, since it targets a willing creature?
I mean, I don't think he'll actually do anything for me because I'm already using Dragon Stance, which doesn't actually slash, it bludgeons. So therefore it wouldn't add the bleed damage, and I don't think the accelerated only gives me move speed, but it doesn't negate the
I was hoping
slowed.
it would negate.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't.
No.
You're looking for quick.
That's
on
maybe
that.
what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I don't think it'll affect me in any way, really.
That's right.
Quick would. If you had the ability to give me quick, that would be fine. But I'm also slowed
Haste.
only for one round.
Hmm.
I'm only slowed this round right now.
That's right.
Uh,
Still enfeebled,
Okay.
still sluggish.
Yeah, and the enfeebled I think was also one round.
The enfeebled for a minute.
Okay, I was trying to help
Oh
some of the
shoot!
some of the debuffs.
Debuffs are a thing.
Well, unfortunately, it won't, from what I can tell, since I'm looking at all these debuffs. Since I have so many of them.
Yeah.
Okay, here I have haste.
Yeah, that's the one.
That would help.
That's the spell.
That's
When did
the
druids
one.
get
That's
haste?
the one
That's
that'll
sweet.
I cast haste.
That
You
one.
cast haste, yes, sir.
Does that give me quick one then?
That would. The target acts faster. It gains the quick condition and can use the extra action each round only for strikes and strides. So it would. Yeah, it would. You're slowed one. You're canceled out now, and then when it comes back around to you and the slow falls off, then you're quick one. Yeah.
That definitely helps. That one.
I think
will
it gives
help
you
me.
plus to attacks and AC too.
Not in this one, from what I see.
No.
Huh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a quick one. Just start of your turn. Make attack conditional.
Since that is 2
Multiple
actions.
sources.
So many conditions
I
in this
use-
fight.
Yeah.
Question with my third attack.
Okay.
Do I use my third action? Do I use the first attack for it or the
Yes.
third one?
Yes.
I
You
didn't attack.
use the first
Okay.
one because you haven't attacked yet. Haste doesn't have the attack trait.
All right. I'm targeting the brain
Okay.
for a 19.
The brain has a lot of cover, so it misses. Well, it would have missed anyway, but fair enough. And now it's Ojutai's turn.
Oh, now I don't know.
Both sluggish
actually
and
can-
quick. You've had too much caffeine. You have too much in your system. Full of anger, full of wrath.
So I think I'm going to just step up.
And if you want to step up, you're going to get knocked down.
Well, stride, basically.
Okay, sure.
Here.
I wonder
Okay,
how-
so we'll do
how good
5,
Pharaoh is.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I believe every single one of them are in range for a cone of cold 30-foot cone.
Yep, yes they are.
So I would like to unleash a 30-foot cone of cold. Cold, yeah.
And so you do. If anybody's new to this, if you're watching out of order for some reason because you're weird, that was Anthony's birthday boon being the monk of the blue-white Tarkir land. It's draw the eye of Ojutai and then punch through it. And As if the Great Master's breath weapon were to eat them alive. That is what happens. What's my reflex DC? Equal to your class DC.
Class DC, the spell DC, correct?
Yeah.
Which is 23.
Alrighty, we'll start with
Not the
my
best,
Night Herald
it's
cultist.
something.
They had 13. Bam, bam.
Where's
So
that spell? I had it.
one of them critically succeeds and is able to dive behind some of the ruins and takes nothing. The other one just passes. Then we drift on over to the bestiary, where I've got that mummy pharaoh who is not immune to cold like they used to be. That's so weird. I'm
This is a reflex, so
I'm going to double check that. I want to make sure that they didn't put that in the undead trait in the back of the book. Because you expect that. When you yeah.
The unexpected.
This undead does not have anything to stop cold. That's weird. Okay, fair enough. Here's a reflex save. Bam. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah.
double the damage.
Wonderful. That's what you get for not being
He's not
immune.
used to moving again.
And then the brain Sanacha gets a... it might critically pass. Brain Collector adds 15 to an 18. So has a,
Plus-
33? Or no, excuse me, it has an 11 to an 18. So it has just a flat 29.
Then it just a flat. Yeah. Then it only succeeds, not critical.
Okay.
So only one critical success, but one critical failure, and
That was the thing.
so double to the crit fail. Those that succeeded take only half, and then
43.
the rest. Yep.
Get blasted in the face. The power of the great teacher overwhelms them. What's 43 divided by 2? Go, calculator. So much maths. 21 damage. 21 plus the damage the brain dude already has on him. Does not kill him, but it doesn't look good. Some of the brain's frost begins to cover it.
The mummy takes. What is that? 86 damage of cold.
Yes, it does.
That I think is a worthwhile. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the thing. I'm gonna look at my
That's
mummy
worthwhile.
pharaoh.
Yeah. Did it just freeze?
It did not. It definitely didn't. It hurt.
It's a mummy sickle.
It's not. Yeah.
I'm glad it hurt.
Does anything else happen on a critical success?
No, not from what I saw.
Okay, fair enough. And then one of the cultists passes and gets a critical pass. The other one takes 21.
Let
And
me double check. Yeah.
okay, so you have one more action.
No, I did stride first
Oh, right.
because
So,
I wanted to make sure they were all within it, but I couldn't. That's what I was trying to do the first round to set that up, but yeah.
so you've used 3 actions so far,
Yep, that was
and you're quick, so you have one
and
more.
it was a somatic and a verbal casting.
And
I'm slowed as well.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Okay,
That's
in that
why
case,
I don't have the extra one.
in that case, it passes to Nadia.
Okay, question.
Is there?
Does casting a spell from my wand take as many actions as the spell itself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, just double damage.
Just double damage.
From his cone of cold. From his cone of cold.
Okay.
In a world where all wands do double damage for no reason.
Okay.
Are we using the new resonance and focus points?
I thought
No,
we
we're
weren't,
not. We
so.
are not. Because that only applies to
Okay.
one thing. But I imagine on Monday we're going to see a lot more.
Okay, I am taking a casting searing light at the mummy.
Yes, sir.
It's 5d6 fire, and if it's a fiend undead, it's 5d6 good on top of that.
It's very undead.
And it's a range touch attack.
Alright, make it happen.
Come on, you got this.
Man, it's so weird to have you guys be in a fight where the odds are basically even. It's like this whole all of the mirrored moon has been, a sea serpent. Whoops. Or, a dragon and cyclopses. I lost. Oopsie. Whereas this actually is threatening. So, d20 plus your dexterity plus your stuff.
Okay, so that's going to be this, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, it's not. It's going to be this one. Oh crap!
Just throw a d20 at the board and we'll see what we add. Because his touch and it's a thing.
So I think it's going to be the same as my what's on my hand crossbow.
Yeah, that would be correct. And that just misses. It the process of it getting hit by the cold is enough to stagger it back as the blast of it's searing light, but it's searing light from Pharasma. So I imagine it's just as like a big magic missile, just that the holy symbol unspiraled and just boom, at somebody's head, and it just it probably knocks her robe off, or not her robe, but her hood, just back, and you fully can see the rotted, gross undeadness, but no other effect.
Okay, I think I will take the last action to raise my shield spell.
Seems smart. And it goes to Aramil.
Alright, that brain thing is still hunted. Because of its size, and I believe it floats, do I still have a straight shot?
You do. You have a straight shot due to its size, for sure.
Okay. I will fire with my bow.
Okay. A 19.
That's a 19.
Misses.
Alright. Well, I will do a second shot then.
Okay. A 29 hits.
29. Okay. I don't get the sneak attack anymore, but that's okay.
Tis unfortunate. But the first arrow kind of hits Carapace that it seems to not have any feeling in, and then the second one hits it in its awkward open mouth mandibles for 11 points of damage.
11 damage.
Does casting a spell provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
So
Why?
Every single one of those that cast a spell within my 15-foot reach had at least I had one attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
That was on me that forgot it, but that was an attack of opportunity that I missed.
So
that
these
could have
guys
actually negated the spell.
Gotta remember our triggers, kids. Remember your triggers.
Well, this one, yeah.
That's 100 in that.
Right.
Okay.
So that's 11 piercing.
The arrow strikes home.
I could have negated the enfeebled.
You coulda.
That would have been good.
And then for the last action, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
God, you are fast.
Yep, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty.
Elves. It's not like aliens, but elves.
Key blast 1.
I'm gonna 5-foot step back. Ojutai, make another will save. Let me make sure I'm out of range.
Alright.
5, 10, I'm 20 feet back.
This one. Yeah, 20 feet is far enough, yep.
Okay.
But my will has not decreased at all.
So that's a critical pass, I think, from a brain collector. Yeah, it's DC 22. You rolled a 33, so I'm assuming that spell does nothing. It moves back and it begins to incant yet again. You hear the sounds of eldritch madness from within your brain, and let me be entirely sure critical success means you're unaffected. I'm sure it does. Confusion, critical, yep, you are unaffected, and that was all 3 of my actions. Then the Mummy Pharaoh is going to throw a d4 down, because we all know why. And I've rolled a 2.
Actually, I don't.
So I can't use my breath weapon, basically.
Gotcha.
So what can I do? I'm smart enough to not move right into Punch Town.
It is in Punch Town, from what I can tell.
Kick Town. Dragon style.
Totally. It is completely within my range.
It is, yeah.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. Oh, God. Okay, what can I do? I have some spells, but that would not be the best here.
Come on.
No, please.
I would love to just make you lose a spell completely.
Yeah, I bet you would. I'm gonna...
Because I completely forgot for some reason.
It's gonna step here. A step does not provoke a reaction unless you have something that says it does.
Nope, I do not.
And it's gonna... What is my melee weapon? I have a vet. Okay, sure. So as it manifests, as it moves forward, rather, it manifests a black, shadowy aura that takes the form. I lied, it's not going to step. That's a long spear. It has a reach of 10 feet. A shadowy pike appears in its hand, and it's going to try
It's currently within 5 feet of me, though, if it's in that square, from where I think I'm squaring.
Yeah, these
Since we're
squares
doing round tokens, yeah.
That's fair. That might not have been my best thought, but it's okay. I can attack with a reach weapon against adjacent stuff now. Thank you, playtest. So that's a 22 to hit.
That does not hit, thank gosh.
Alrighty.
Even with my minuses to AC, that does not hit.
So this one's a plus 14. Another 21.
Again, does not hit.
And he's gonna... I don't have anything better to do. I might step back. I'm gonna step back with my third action. I am a smarty pants. Right? Yeah, I am a smarty pants. Let's not just fumble city. That would be not good for our health. And now the cultists, there's no benefit to just rave enfeebling you into the ground like there used to be. That's unfortunate. What can I do? They're gonna... Ooh, they can do that too. Okay. I should have done that last turn. But I'm gonna do it now. I'm horrible.
Feebled was pretty solid, so...
Spending 2 actions, this one... They both incant in a similar way that Ziam did, and you see both the mummy and the brain collector begin to move a little faster as these two cast haste on the ones in front of them. And then with their last action, they're gonna try to do a shoot. Still target. It feels like I'm just picking on Ojutai, but threat assessment is real. You're scary. At plus 17. So, oh good. Those are 19s to hit.
Yep, that's a definite no.
So they shoot a little too fast as the incantation finishes, and Ojutai doesn't really have to try. Dodge. Ziam, you're up. Don't go all at once now, buddy. Is it? I don't know if he's okay. Oh, he's muted.
Fixed it.
He's back.
Yeah, I was typing on my keyboard while I go looking up spells to see
Fair.
what they exactly did, so I muted myself.
Makes sense. Well, it is your turn, my friend.
Alright, so how badly hurt does the monk mummy? Is he a monk mummy?
Monk is fine.
Okay, what about the monk?
I am fine.
The mummy definitely got its bell rung.
Okay, in the brain thing.
It looks like more of its bells had been rung over time.
Oh, I have plans.
Then I am going to command. Wait, it's 2 actions to command out my familiar.
Yep. No, it's 1 action. 1 action to command your familiar. Your familiar gets 2.
Okay, so I am going to command my familiar to I can't really point at the board, but to sneak over there where
Aramil is?
since it can fly, try to sneak behind it. Where what is?
Where I thought you meant Aramil. Do you mean the brain collector?
I kind of want to get him behind the brain collector, if possible.
Okay, you can do so.
He has a move speed of 45.
Yeah, he'd probably take both his actions to get there. But he could.
Okay.
Yeah, he would take both of his actions.
Plus.
So he will not get an attack.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have him do that. I'm going to set this up for my next turn as I enter my battle form, as I become large plants I am.
Large plants I am! And so it was. I assume that's all, and we'll pass to Ojutai. Everyone's going fast.
Powers, activate!
Everybody
So I
faster!
have a plus 4 to attack and damage because I'm enlarged, which then negates -2 of the enfeebled and the sluggish for my attack rolls.
Correct.
And the enfeebled actually reduces my damage by 1. But
So damage -1 seems to be the only debuff on you right now.
actually, damage +3 is my current one because it's attack and damage.
Good, well
according
done.
to that, yeah. I mean, you know,
It's
I'm typing it in now so that I have it ready to go.
Fair enough.
All right. Oh, and disrupting if I hit the whatchamacallit dude with my fists, which I plan on attacking the mummy twice with flurry of blows. So let's see if that works.
23 targeting the mummy. 22 targeting
Yeah,
the mummy.
23 and 22 targeting the mummy.
Let's take a looky here.
That's with flurry.
At the Mumifero. Those both miss.
Yeah, but only just miss, right?
Oh yeah, only just. It's real close.
Okay.
You're like your fist. You're not used to being this ginormous, and your fists come down in such a way that like the mummy pharaoh is just right betwixt them as they hit the ground.
And enfeebled, sluggish, and quick. So yeah, I'm not used to all three of those things.
You're not used to all these feelings at one time.
I will now use 2 key points.
Okay.
To use Key Blast. So therefore, the everybody within the 30-foot range, still, that's everybody, all the enemies, will now have to make a Fortitude save of 23.
Okay.
Each one of them.
Alrighty.
I believe that's
Good. So, Vestiary, we're gonna roll this. Boom, boom. So the cultists have, or rather, I'm looking at the Mummy Pharaoh. Mummy Pharaoh's got a 25. Brain Collector has a much worse. Where are you, buddy? Brain Collector has a...
That's 2 points.
Not the best. 22 from the Brain Collector. And the cultists continue to just be the most amazing of ever, forever. And they're looking at a... Can't scroll. Yeah. My turn is slow and I hate it. 23 and a 27 from the cultists.
23 and a 27, both of them. So they, so only one of them failed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then they, everybody that succeeded gets half damage, unless they critically, but I don't think anybody criticaled.
Mm-hmm.
The one that failed takes full damage and is pushed back 5 feet. Granted, I don't really want that part. I need to find out how many frickin' dice I roll here.
I was just looking at it. Key Blast is 4d4.
It's heightened automatically because of...
Because it's a power.
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's a power.
So it's... So how do we heighten it? That becomes the...
It's
the
+1 for each level. For each level above the thing. And I'm currently 5th power level, so therefore it's 8d4.
Okay, got it.
Alright, so got 5.
Suddenly all of the virtual people will have lots of pointy things. Okay, 23 points of damage.
And then the last thing I'm going to do is now Wholeness of Body, which is just a verbal casting. Since I get 4 actions a turn, that is all 4 of my actions. And I heal up.
So that extra action can stride or strike. That's all it can do.
Yeah, I'll take the. Can I do the strike as in my that? So it cannot be a flurry of blows.
I don't think so. I think that's its own named action. I think you have to actually just like outright punch with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then might as well keep them all within range. So let's stride up. Keep them all within my range.
Okay. Understood.
Sounds good to me.
And then it passes to Nydia.
Actually, I'm right here this time. So.
Okay, got it.
So that if the whatchamacallit moves again, I am within his range.
That one goes there. He's not moving in reaction. He's moving because you pushed him.
Gotcha. Sorry.
All right, Nydia, what you got?
Everybody is now.
Yep. All movement is resolved.
Nobody. Everybody. How are they looking?
People aren't happy. That's for sure. The brain collector looks like it's about to fall over. It's
good.
Several of its brain zits begin pulsing slower and slower. The pharaoh and the cultists both seem mostly fine. And I'm gonna... I don't have a good token for this. Here, we'll use a crocodile.
Now...
That's a Leshy. Don't attack it.
Oh! It's a plant creature.
You cannot
flank.
It is
am
technically...
I am going to do what I did last battle with one of these critters and summon an air elemental right next
good.
to
I'm prepared.
in between the mummy and the in that little triangle between the.
Would you settle for a fire
office
giant? Because that's the token I'm going to use.
Okay, that's what.
I'm like, do we get a fire giant?
No.
Oh. Oh boy.
Would you settle for a second Aramil? I wouldn't. That's confusing.
There can only be one.
Yeah, get out of here. Fire giant's cool though. Okay, spell resolves.
Okay, so would he go appear right next to the?
It costs you 2 actions. One of those actions is to concentrate on it. It acts right now.
Okay, so it would. Well, it's 3 actions a cast, and it.
Oh, fair.
Cast.
Okay.
And it appears next to a creature and attacks. So
Yep. Okay.
that round. So
Oh god, I have to.
it'll.
I'm gonna grab it and roll it because your turns, no offense, take a little while. So now I'm gonna jump through.
Go ahead.
What kind of elemental is it?
It's an air elemental.
But which kind?
It's just like the same type it was last time because it's a level 4
It's a lesser
spell. Lesser, yeah.
I'm looking at red dragons. That's not gonna help anybody. You can't summon a red dragon. No.
Sure it will.
Lesser air elemental. It's gonna do a strike. What do you want it to target?
I wanted to target the brain collector.
Okay. So it actually probably appeared right here. Okay, so that is a... It misses. The air elemental appears and the wind coalesces into a fist that tries to punch the thing. Not quite there, even with the flank that the Leshy Familiar provides.
Okay, even with the flat-footed?
Yeah. It's close. It's really close. And here it goes to Aramil.
Alright. Gonna drop my bow here.
Sure. Would you settle for a sea serpent?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 action.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Quick draw, stab.
By all means.
So that's good. Does 25 hit?
25. Doing a scroll. Too many things are happening. Too many stats to jump around at 25 just hits.
Alright. And I don't think I surprised him.
You did not. Nah, he was aware of you.
Alright.
They're just more focused on the giant monk monster. As you do.
23 damage.
Duly noted.
Nice.
Not bad.
Then my last action, I will quick draw stab.
Okay.
So it's going to be a -4. And that's a 20.
Which misses. So he's aware of you. The first one, like, slides into his chest, but he's able to bring his crossbow around to, like, bat away your second short sword swing. And now it's my turn.
Okay.
And I've got some speedy boys, and I've got some people in my face, and I don't like that. So for my first...
And they're all within my range, except for the one that he's on.
Oh, good. Okay, what can a brain collector with extra attacks do? I might... how to do this...
Take on the air elemental?
Yeah, let's fight the thing that's well, the air elemental killed me at the end of a fair at Sombrefell Hall. I won't call that inconsequential. I'm gonna... Yep. It provokes from Ojutai. The brain collector is going to stride his speed, which is how many, by the way?
Let's see here.
Scroll 30 feet straight up into the air.
I only get 1 attack of opportunity, though, so... Should I use it on the brain collector?
You could probably kill it if you hit. So
Ojutai has flashbacks of when a dragon tried to pull this on you and you broke its neck.
Yeah. Alright. Where's my character sheet? It just disappeared.
He's going up, so he's going to be out of reach of a lot of things.
Yeah, if you can pull him back down.
That's why I summoned
a 33 hit?
33 is... that is... He's flat-footed.
Yeah.
So it critically hits.
Yay!
Oh, yeah!
Then. So let's roll this twice.
Okay.
Once.
The plants in the summon has got him flanked for you.
So that's 52 damage. Okay, so it's worth noting. It's worth noting. We didn't talk about this during a favorite Somberfell haul because it didn't happen. But that's enough damage from a critical hit. As Ojutai brings his fist down, it collides directly with one of the brain blisters, and it pops. Gray matter sprays all over the place as the creature is stupefied too for a round. It's got to make a fortitude save. Also, it's probably dead, but... Oh, good! Oh, good! Okay, so...
So hard.
It's 2 of its brains are destroyed. There are 7 of them, and it's... into 2 of them. Also, it definitely goes to dying too. As it drops back down to the ground and can take no further actions. It's still alive. You don't get to flavor that kill yet, but it's not good. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, the Mummy Pharaoh is gonna... Oh, God. Oh, things are not the best. Do I have the ability to heal that thing? Probably not. I'm a mummy. Nope, none of that. Fun! Okay, so...
Puts on some of its bandage wraps on it.
Here you go!
We'll fly near Ojutai.
Never fly near Ojutai. That might be the session title. That's pretty good. Oh, God.
You're welcome.
I could... I have 2 actions, so I'm gonna strike twice. So one of them's a natural 20, and then the first one is a 19 plus 14, a 33. Right? No, that ain't right.
Okay,
Math is
that
hard.
hits at least.
Okay, 19 plus, let me double check my math. That is a 33. A 33 hits but does not crit?
No.
Okay, so...
No, that's... Yeah.
So in total...
One of them is a crit. So.
From the critical, there's a lot of damage can be rolled at once.
Oh, yeah.
16 points of negative damage. Then...
Okay, regular damage. Okay, regular negative.
48 plus 10. Give me back my D8. You insidious mummy monster. So, where did even... Oh, I'm just blind. Okay. So, 48, 68 plus 15, is that right? Yeah, so 15 added onto this. Yeah. So, 41? I miss Josh. Josh is good at math, and I'm not.
I'm going to need some healing.
And you're also going to need to make a pair of... can't find it, fortitude saves. As the spear stabs into you, you can feel the flesh around where it cuts into you begin to rot away. The first one is a fumble.
That is a critical fail.
The second one passes. The second one passes. You can shake off the second one, but the first one, the spear stabs up into your rib cage and gets into something vital, and that something vital begins to rot. As you move to stage 2, you take a -2 penalty to charisma-based checks and DCs. Also,
I just go straight to stage 2 of whatever this is?
Yeah, that critical takes you to stage 2, yeah.
Is it a toxin?
It's a curse, disease, divine necromancy.
Okay.
Also, you take 19 points of damage from it.
Okay, let's see if I'm still alive here.
Hopefully you're still kicking.
Yep, I'm still alive, but ouch.
So for my last 2 actions... I'm going to... I can still hit Ziam and Nydia, so yeah, we're going to throw another Sandstorm Wrath. So that's a reflex save from Nydia, Ziam, and Ojutai. Ziam and Nydia pass. Ojutai...
Even with a pass, I'm probably unconscious.
Passes. Does not critically pass. So this is half of this. I'm just going to throw 5d6 at the table.
Does Monk get evasion in this edition?
I do if I would have taken reflex.
Yeah, that was a reflex save.
No, I would have had to pick something in particular to get it.
Oh, well, you rolled a will save, not a reflex save.
It's because my reflex is -1 because of this, but it's the same number, so I just rolled the will.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So 22 points of damage. That's half. I rolled 5d6, not 10d6.
That's 11.
No, it's 22. It was 10d6. Since everyone passed, I just rolled 5.
Then, yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay. So you go after... Initiative is weird. I don't know if I like that about the playtest, how the initiative board... I think Paizo just wants to sell those magnetic boards where you can move initiative around real easy. Because that's just such a pain to me. Anywho, with that taken care of... Can the cultists take care of the brainy boy? Oh, come on, cultists. What kind of cultists are you if you don't want to help the creepy thing you worship? They can, actually, they can. Because they can cast Soothe. So for one action, this cultist will cast Soothe. It has a range of 30 feet as per an errata. I'm casting it as a level 1 spell. It's not heightened. I guess I'm a sorcerer, huh? Oh, I can heighten it. I will heighten it to 4th. I will cast a 4th level Soothe. I will target the brainy boy. Oh, where is my 2-minute spells? So heightened to 4, so that heals for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So heals for 7d6, which brings the Brain Collector back up at 27 hit points. The suit,
whatever, stupefied or whatever.
Yeah, it's still got the stupefied. It begins to stupefy. If I had more time to edit this, I'd throw Gilderoy Lockhart's face on the middle of this because that's what we do when stupefy happens. Could not make those jokes. Sometimes the guy from Disturbed, sometimes other things. Okay, so
have David Draymond's voice with Gilderoy Lockhart's picture.
Good. All right, I'm going to step back. I, too, would like to soothe the big guy. He's going to get 23 more back on top of that. And that's... One of my cultists has one action. It will... Oh, are we scared of air elementals? Not really. Let's shoot at Armel. Here's a crossbow bolt. Grappling hook. So that's
with
19 plus 17. 36.
Oh, plus 17.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Proficiency's funny.
Okay. What's the total?
36.
Yeah, that hits.
Wait, if I can use my hero point and not go to dying, correct?
Yes, you may.
Okay, so I'm still up.
So you have
I'm still in order then. All right, good to know.
Enough. So you have 1 hit point.
That's perfectly fine. All I needed was 1. Hopefully.
All he needs is 1. So I hit but don't crit. I assume.
Correct.
All right, so that's 8 plus 5. I think is what I add. There's a lot of PDFs I have to dance through to get this. Oh, whoops, I screwed up. They should have added more with their other shots. An error in your favor. Congratulations. These crossbow bolts are poisoned, and I just now figured that out. So take 17 points of damage. Fair enough. Ziam, you're up.
Okay. I would like to tell my...
Damn, that's going to hurt.
to attack the brain.
Which is on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That thing is nasty.
So... I'm going to tell you what I add after this, after I roll it. I don't have stuff to add.
Okay.
Alright, that's
do
a
look.
+4.
Plus 4.
Correct.
Maybe. Hang on. I gotta see what Stupefied does. I don't think... No, Stupefied does hit my AC. Because I remember it being really cool. Let me double check.
And he's stupefied too, I think.
He is stupefied too, because he got a brain blow up.
And he is flanked.
And he's flanked. So hang on a second. Doing a scroll. He takes a conditional penalty on spell rolls, spell DCs, intelligence, wisdom, charisma-based checks. Anytime he would cast a spell while stupefied, it's disrupted. And let's see. Okay, so it doesn't take a penalty to his AC, so it's a 22.
Yeah.
So with a -2, I have too many scrollings to do. With a -2, that just hits. Because his armor class is 24.
Woo! Whew. That was... It's lagging, but a 4 plus 3.
Alrighty, it does 7 points of damage, duly noted.
Okay, now I am going to use my other action
Okay.
Okay, how far away is Ojutai? I want to get up there beside him and to the brain collector if possible.
You could get there in a
Okay.
stride. I regret the grid that's on this board. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet puts you adjacent to him.
Okay. And since I have a 45 movement speed, can I get... I want to move it, I want to ask if I can move it there. Can I get here?
You can. That is one stride.
Okay. I am going to attack it, and I have a plus 15 to this roll.
Okay. That hits.
So-
Hold on. That, is a thing that happened that doesn't quite... It's flanked. Never mind. No, that does crit. I keep having to double check that. That is a critical hit.
So, does that mean I rolled the damage twice with this, since it doesn't really say if I...
Yeah, the damage is double. So, like, 2d8 plus 6 would become 48 plus 12, right?
Alright.
Does it lose another brain?
Depending on damage.
Okay. I'm
Now,
curious about
plus
that.
11.
Okay.
6 plus 11.
17.
Yep, he takes 17.
Is that all? You can't... How'd you get 11?
How do you get an 11 when you have double
They get a
damage?
plus... They get a... Oh, yeah, plus 11. So it's plus 22.
So 22. Is it just a d6 plus 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not magical?
It doesn't say if it is or not.
I think that's what your hand
It
wraps
just
are
says I
for.
get 6 plus 11.
Okay, so it takes 28 damage. That is not enough to pop a brain. But it definitely feels it.
Okay. And I think that's all my actions.
Okay, understood. Math is stuff. And now it's the brain collector's turn. It's wounded 2. It's stupefied for a round. It can't cast, so I think what it's going to do is it's going to bite at ZM a bunch. So I've got these two are at my highest because I'm still quick. Oh, good. So I'm going to say the second one auto misses. And here's at -4. Can't find book bestiary. So 18 plus 14 is a 32 to hit.
I have an AC of 24.
Alrighty, so I hit.
This
It's
form,
gonna
yeah.
do some damage, and I'm gonna do my last
It's not a
attack.
critical.
My last attack is with the claws for now -8. So math is hard. 16 plus 18 minus 8, and then a 26 to hit.
I have
So-
a 24 AC.
Alright, fair enough.
That's 4 attacks and it only gets -2. Minus twice or whatever?
Yeah, because you can't ever go down. It takes the highest strike at your highest. I'm pretty sure. I'll double check.
Okay.
But I mean, that's how it worked
'cause
back in the
the-
day. Because it's still hasted. I can't never find the D8. So
Oh, see, I didn't know that it grants you the highest, because then I would have used it. I would have used it to just strike.
I might be wrong, but I think that's what it's for.
I just don't see that at the highest.
Yeah. If it
Oh, never
doesn't
mind. I lied.
say-
I lied. So rather, that 18 is at -4, not at high. Or rather, what would have happened was the fumble
-8.
was a fumble, and then the 14 was negated from the -1. So it becomes he's used 2 strikes, and then the 18 that was -4 is -8. So it's too higher than the one. It's too higher than the one that did hit. So because he's already at his lowest penalty. Anyway,
Okay, so the penalties don't go any lower than the minus
the -8. Yeah.
-8 or -10?
That's
Okay,
right.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
So that's can't math 16 points of slashing damage. Then the bite is a lot more, 15 damage. Then make a probably fort save. Yeah,
Gotcha. Well, they want my 12 temporary hit points.
yeah. Are you immune to poison?
I get a plus 10, I think.
Okay.
Let's see here. Resist poison is a 10.
Okay, fair enough. Well, that's a poison damage, I think. Yeah, because like there's stuff
Okay.
that does poison damage. So unless you're immune to poison, this is a fort save.
Alright, do I still resist the poison if I fail or something?
No, that's again. There's like persistent poison damage from a spider. That passes, right? It does pass, so nothing happens. The jaw bites into you, and tree sap works different than blood, so it doesn't like begin flowing into you. And now it passes to Ojutai.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm doing is wholeness of body.
Before that resolves,
I need help.
Before that resolves, I have to check a thing. I forget what it has. There's a couple of extra effects going on right now. I need to see if that has the... Oh, god damn it. I hate that it's back in the monk tree and then I have to go find it. Okay.
Right.
I have no response. Yeah, no, because it doesn't have the concentrate or anything. So I can't... It doesn't provoke from the mummy.
Okay, good.
But how often?
Plus 3 to that.
Okay. Understood.
Nice.
Well done.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. So I have 3 actions. One of them has to be a strike.
Or a stride.
Or a stride.
So what was that you just did?
He used wholeness of body.
Okay.
It's a quick way to heal myself.
Heightened all the way up so he can... That's where all the d8s come from.
Yeah.
I assume.
So how damaged are you still?
He has 45
I'm
hit
still
points.
damaged. I am still damaged. Well, I'm at 48 hit points.
Okay.
Because you had your
modifier.
wisdom. Right.
Yep. Alright. I am still very hurt. I do think I'm just gonna flurry, strike.
Okay. Where's our target?
And all on the undead guy in front of me because he seems to be the most annoying for me. This will also add a 1d6 of disrupting, so I'm just going to add that into the thing right away.
Sure.
There we go. Edited. Done. Oh, hopefully I don't actually... Okay. This is for the flurry.
Okay. Well, ready.
The natural 20.
Well, obviously the natural 20 hits. The 36... the 36 is also a critical. Both of those attacks are critical hits.
Sweet.
Okay, so that means that both of them automatically go up on the dice.
Yep.
So here's the first critical.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Nice.
Oh. I think what did the game auto... That said critical automatic. That's interesting.
Nice, well done.
Did you see the damage? It auto-critical.
So then does the second damage not... It doesn't matter. He's destroyed. Flavor that kill.
Oh, well, here's the last point of amount of damage then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I pounded into mush. Like literal mush. Just...
And it is
mush.
dead.
It just...
Make sure there's nothing else I
splattered
can do.
everywhere. No point. You know, he is mashed potatoes. There is not a single piece of physical body part left.
Fair enough. Kablam!
Oh, I think you've still got 1 action.
You do.
I have 2. I have 2 actions left.
Oh, that's right.
And almost everything is within my range.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I was going to strike and strike, so let's do more strikes. This one's against the Brain Collector.
That hits.
Okay, I gotta remove the extra d6. Hold on 1 second. Oh, nope, that automatically shoot. Ah, that did not work. No! What did I do?
Oh no!
Oh, this game. Why? I'll just clear it and redo the d10s. Sorry.
You're fine.
This whole system is new.
Same. I'm slowly learning it as I go and catching a lot of flack from my patrons for not using the baked-in stats that exist in Fantasy Grounds, but I just prefer to roll an ad.
Okay, let's see if this works right.
Okay.
That is the 6 points of cold. It did not add the damage modifier, which is +7, so...
Got it.
Weird.
It takes 26.
Okay, how is it still up?
Barely. It
Well,
continues to be real woozy as it tries to get up and bite at ZM.
well,
That misses, but
let's
doesn't
miss.
fumble. It barely doesn't fumble.
Alrighty then. And I definitely say out loud, I am still very injured.
You hear that, idea? He's very injured.
Yes,
Hint, hint.
I'm already ready.
You are up.
Got that brand new staff.
Got that brand new staff.
Okay, so I am doing a two heal channel.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Many hit points are returned.
And my last one has to stay concentrated on the air elemental.
Okay, sure. What would you like it to do?
Which means it gets 2 actions, right?
Yep. It's a minion.
Finish beating the brain collector into the dirt.
Alright.
I can.
Doing a scroll. I had 13. First attack is a 30, which hits for some damage is assigned. 2d6 plus 4. I didn't mean to roll it like that, but it's fine. Wait for it. The air elemental moves to dying 3. Or rather, excuse me, the brain collector moves to dying 3 right before Nadia. The air elemental once again punches into this thing with its first action, and it goes down. Oh, no, it doesn't move to dying 3. You didn't crit. It moves to dying 2 because it's wounded 1 and it goes to okay. Would you still like to use your second attack to try to punch it, or would you like to do something else?
I think I can only move in stride. I don't think I can do 2 attacks with it.
Okay.
With an arrow.
You can. It has 2 actions. It could definitely gust again. It could also. Yeah, that's basically all it has. It doesn't trigger reactions and it punches. Oh, you pushed it back 5 feet also.
Okay, then I guess
sucks.
I guess I'd have to stride to keep up with it.
So you take a step. That is not. Oh, I don't like that. Because that stops you being able to throw a billion attacks at it. That's bad. But also now it is RML's turn.
Okay.
I'll be right back real quick.
Well, that's
Is there...
dead. Gonna step. I will do my second action to hunt target on this thing.
Sure.
And then my last action will be twin takedown.
Okay. It is flanked.
Oh.
Because of
nice.
giant Ojutai.
Thank you, Ojutai.
Oh, okay.
Right, you don't have to be adjacent to flank, you just have to threaten the square, right?
Oh!
I thought I had to threaten exactly on the other side. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, you threaten right where I move his token. You threaten that square from where you're standing. 5, 10, 15.
That's a fumble.
Okay.
Okay.
It gets a snapshot off. So that's a 34 to hit RML.
Because I do threaten him.
Okay. For 14 points of damage plus 7 points of poison damage.
Does the poison last? I thought they only lasted 1 hit.
It's poison damage. Like the crossbow bolts are poisoned and it fires it. But the poison isn't like it drains your con so much as it's another dot. Like when we did.
Is it like the
crossbow is
the
magical
rogue's ability, or is it like a magic?
I have no idea. The entry in Doomsday Dawn says damage 2d8 piercing plus 2d6 poison. I have occult spontaneous spells. Okay. I'm some kind of sorcerer, I guess. But I assume the bolts are all just poisoned.
Okay, and that was how much?
It was a 21 damage.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can live with that. Right. -3. Well, let's see if this other hit goes off.
Well, yes, it does. It doesn't crit, but it hits.
All right, and then I get a sneak attack thanks to Ojutai.
Yes, you do.
Sounds good to me.
It does. You did it. 23 points of
23
damage.
damage.
That definitely didn't feel good.
All right,
You stab in.
so my turn.
It looks able to defend itself still, but it hurts. It does not feel good. And now goes to the cultists, who are going to have to do a think. Oh, what do we do? We have a lot of spells. We have a lot of abilities. There's scary dudes all over the place. I hate when the... Why couldn't the encounter have run off more cultists but let me keep like a fire giant or a troll? It would have been so much nicer. So I think what we're going to do is... What are we going to do?
Which one looks most injured? Because that's the one I'll attack. That does a spell.
The one that's been Aramilled. The old man,
Okay.
not the blue one. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so
that does make sense.
what's going to happen is, for one action I'll step, for one action I'll step. This provokes from Aramil if Aramil has the attack of opportunity reaction, but once per day
He does not.
these guys can use quickened casting. So this is a spell of 2 levels lower than they can cast. Yes, it is. So they're going to both... I know we don't want to hear this with 30 minutes left on the clock. They both disappear.
Oh, they are outside of my reach?
Yeah, because the squares are double, so 5, 10, 15. And then they go places you're not sure of.
Okay. Let's see how it is.
I hate to take this into the final act, but that's what we're doing. Because otherwise I'm dead. I'm super dead. And now it's Ziam's turn.
Okay. So the only thing on the board I can see is the right.
Failing a perception check, yes.
Oh, I can make a perception to perceive them.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
That does not make it.
Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah.
betting. I'll check my stealth DC, but I'm betting I'm
Alright.
good. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And I'm hitting the brain.
Okay. Roll
Plus
the hit.
15.
He's got a minus just a whole bunch. Okay, that is a critical hit. He's at dying too. Flavor that kill.
Alright. Okay. I look at him with my planty eyes. As I say, you foul abomination, as I just start picking him up and ripping the brains off, trying to just get everything off of him that's foul and then just destroy
Fair enough.
it. Yeah.
The spell resolves. Well, not the spell resolves. The punch resolves, rather, and it's very dead. That was one action. We're still at... Well, it was 2 actions, because you're seeking. We're still on initiative. You get one more action.
Okay, can I use it to perceive them again, like look for the other one?
I don't see why not.
Alright.
God, why don't I? Okay. So that's a number that's relevant. I need to... We did this with the Quasit so long ago. I don't quite remember how this works. I regret doing this, but we're learning how invisibility works in the playtest. It was necessary. We're in trouble. There's too many of them. Oh, doing a scroll, running modes of play. I think it's under there. I need perception. I think that sees them, but I need to be entirely sure.
Alright.
And, like, different things happen to it. You won't, like, they'll at best go to sensed, I'm pretty sure. I don't care about full-grown companions, just tell me how things work. I usually care a lot about full-grown companions, but not right now. Okay, so... The GM, Okay, so you've got him. You are aware of where he is. He's not the sneakiest in the world. Matter of fact, as a leaf druid, you probably feel like the trees, and not the trees, excuse me, the grass informs you of his position. But he's still invisible. You are aware as of right now, and only you, because pointing out is one action, where that guy is. And now it passes to... I think Ojutai. The initiative is funny. Yep, passes to Ojutai.
Okay, I will definitely try to perceive them. I will probably use my haste to go on to stride. So.
Okay. Okay, yeah. You are aware of both of them on a critical success. Oh, don't delete the token. He's not that aware. Right there. It's an extra action to point them out. But those two guys are there. You probably, from your height, you can see the footprints as they're being made. It's dark, but also fires.
Okay. I will move. Everything is still in the difficult terrain for me, right?
Yeah.
Those walls? Okay, then I will move there.
Okay.
Because I'm still in Dragon Stance and I have 45 feet of movement.
Yes, sir.
What are the penalties to attacking an invisible creature?
It's a DC 11 flat check.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to flurry of blows the one on the left. I don't know which one's which, but I'll still, I technically don't know which one's which. So
right. Okay. So throw that D20 on the board. Well, this is 2 strikes, so I suppose throw it twice.
Yep.
Okay.
An 11 and a 1.
So you can't really fumble it. It's just a percentage. So The first one is just enough and is able to hit, but the second one hits like off to the side. A 22 doesn't hit though.
Yeah, well.
So you're pretty sure exactly where he is, and then you punch, and you touch him. You feel there's a dude there, but there's like something stopping the oomph from going through.
I knew where both of them were. I could have just done a key blast.
Oh god, yeah, you could have.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I'll attempt to hit him one more time then. That's a 13 flat check.
Okay.
And then 21. Great.
That one he's able to dodge. And now I'm going to see what that does. Oh,
well, they see me attacking right there, so I mean, I didn't point it out, but that's pretty obvious.
There's broad strokes. You're a big man with punches. It could be anywhere in that arc in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nadia, you're on. Is there?
Okay, I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Yeah, you are.
Nice.
Okay. Let me be entirely sure.
Have a cookie.
Okay, yeah. You treat them as though they're concealed. There's no... I want to see if there's like a scaling level caster thing, like you see with Detect Evil and stuff, but you're aware of where they are.
Yeah.
Which is a DC 5 flat check for concealed, correct?
Yeah. 2 actions later.
Okay, am I able to control my
Yes, it would take 1 action.
elemental to attack that?
Yes, but it would need to stride up and then make its own flat check.
Okay, then I'll attack the one closest to me.
With your crossbow?
Well, I was going to have the air elemental try to...
Gotcha. Okay, so here's the flat check. Damn you, D20. Go on the board. The flat check misses. The air elemental moves forward and a gust of wind happens. It fails to hit. And it passes to Aramil.
Alright. That's a perception check, right?
Mm-hmm.
To seek.
To get sensed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The best you can, and that you are able to pick out both of them. That's a critical success. It's still a big flat check.
See them with my elf eyes.
What's your L5 see?
Right.
Footprints.
You could go into flanking.
Yep. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, that's
4.
great. I love it.
5, 6.
Okay.
And with my last action, it's still hunted. Alright, twin takedown.
Alright, make 2 flat checks.
Oh, okay. Flat check.
That hits.
And flat check.
That misses. So one of the attacks has the ability to hit. The other one, like, as you swing like this, goes too high or too low, you're not sure.
Okay. Come on.
Okay. That's a critical hit.
Yeah.
And he's flanked, so remember that's double damage on sneak attack. Double the dice.
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, read it and weep.
Okay.
Dang.
You guys both hear the sound of a body hit the ground, but you're not sure where it is. He goes to dying too, right before Aramil. hate that initiative jump so much. It's too much for me to track. Your blade comes back covered in blood, and some of his insides are on the outside now. And now I have a cultist, and he would like to go. He would like to. He's gonna make a stealth check over.
He can't see his own ally.
He can't.
Oh.
So I'm
sure
actually.
you heard that thud though.
The DC is really low because I'm untrained at this. So I have that many levels. I'm gonna be real cool. That many levels minus this, so I add not a lot. This plus 8 over the perception DCs, so 18 over your guys' perception DCs.
Does not beat mine.
All right, he's gonna try to run away.
Nope.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Flat check for the attack of opportunity.
Capable of punching him.
Is it possible to grab him though?
I think the weapon would have to have the grab ability.
Oh, I mean, it is my fists technically.
Right, but like it would need the grab ability.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Like wolves have bites and things.
Oh yeah, because it's an attack and not a skill check.
But I roll
that
low, so.
just misses.
Oh,
I rolled a natural 3 on that.
Able to dodge out of the way. He's gonna.
I see where he's going though. Correct.
You get a vague idea.
Like I could see his his feet, footprints, and whatnot.
With a perception check on your turn to seek, because it does call for like extra burning actions to stop it. What else can I do? I think I just run off. It sucks. I don't really want to, but I'm the only one left.
Eric can see him though. Eric can always see him because he casts see invisibility for 8 hours. So as long as Eric can see him, he can point us out and we can keep crawling him.
That's the thing.
way.
He basically cannot escape us, from what I understand. Especially action economy will eventually just die.
Oh, dude, with our speed,
Yeah, with our speed, him literally pointing it out where he's going, we can literally corral him, and that's it. There's not
Tag team.
it's
he can
on
do.
like Donkey Kong.
That it is.
Follow the
At
air
least from my
elemental.
understanding of this, he has see invisibility. Yeah, just
Attack under the air element.
So the best I can do is just strike a bunch. All right, he's gonna fire with his crossbow. This is at Ojutai's flat-footed, because you sense him, but you're not sure of the exact square. Shabam!
sure. I'm still enfeebled, so
So that's a 28 at your flat-footed.
that hits.
So this many poisons. Man, I hate when I roll dice and they don't go through. I don't know why that is the case. 12 points of poison damage. Then go. I have to put it on the board, then roll. Then so a total of 22 points of damage.
Okay.
As he fires in with his last action, he's no longer invisible, he's attacked.
Yeah.
With his last action, he will... Oh, God.
How far away is he then?
He's on
Can't
that.
see him
He's
on
on
the screen.
that square
Oh,
at the
there he
very
is.
top of the board. I know I can't get away. Oh, God. Let me see. I have to look at so much. I think we just go full crazy. He has a lot of sorcerer things. I think I cast one of my powers. If it takes one action, I hope it takes one action. Please take one action. Otherwise, I've looked this up for nothing. It's not even in here. Where is it? Did they? There's a lot of things in the rulebook that are not named the same thing. Yeah, Aberrant Whispers is the name of it. It's not in the spells. Maybe I just can't.
He technically wouldn't have known that what's his name can see invisible unless he clarified the spell, because he never called it out. Nylea never called it out.
That's fair. Well, he's not invisible now anyway.
Yeah.
So that
That
takes
works
2
for us.
actions. I'm just gonna reload my crossbow and pass. It moves to. It's not the best thing I could have done, but Ziam, you're up.
Okay. With my 45-foot movement speed, can I get up there, up close and personal?
10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, you can.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I spun your token accidentally. Now I'm spinning
Oh,
it.
it's okay. I'm going to attack with a plus 15 onto this roll here.
That
Which
misses.
is... Alright. And then I'm going to have... I'm going to command my familiar
Okay.
to get up, since it has the same move speed, get like right here for its flanking as well.
Sure. That's not a
then-
flank. For a flank, it would need to be. You need to be able to draw a line between all 3 tokens. So, like,
Okay, I thought,
this square is
can it
flanking.
get me here?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. And I want to have him attack.
Okay. Go, little Leshy.
It misses.
Oh,
Alrighty.
What did you pick
like-
up my dice?
I don't want to attack the Leshy. It's so cute. Whatever, I'm attacking the Leshy. Plus
Was it
17.
crossbow?
Guys.
Yeah, it's awkward, but yeah, that's what I'm doing on the fumble. So 18 plus 17 is
Oh, that hits.
Does it-
It's 18 plus 17.
does a crit.
Hang on, I'm adding those numbers together.
35.
You're quick at math than me. And yes, it hits.
Does a crit.
It's not a crit.
Okay, then ignore that 7. Just 11 poison damage and 13 regular damage. So a grand total of 24 damage as your Leshy tries to, your little like weird flying koala snake thing goes to bite and you just what'd you call it? I forget what you called it.
Londes.
No, not Mondes. Back in the gnome village.
Oh, look at my talking plant.
Look at my talking plant! And he takes that much damage. And that's all I got. This battle's pretty much won, but we'll play it out. It goes to Ojutai.
Alrighty then. I will, for my hasted action, I will stride.
Okay.
I believe I'm flanking.
Yes, you are.
It's that.
I will flurry of blows. Let's see if they hit. Okay,
Man!
that one.
A 23 hits, he's flanked.
Fast guys.
A 23 hits because it's flanked, and a 33 crits because it's flanked.
nice.
Alrighty then, we'll do that.
Look, a talking plant!
We'll do that one,
Shouldn't have looked.
and we'll do that one. That's all of those. Yeah.
Okay, is that all the damage? 33, 33, and 18?
Yep, because one critical, which means 2 of those, and then a regular, so that was 3.
Okay,
3 rolls of that.
understood.
And then that was 2 actions out of my things. I will use another action to heal myself again.
Okay. Man, monks are really good now. I remember when people talk so much smack on the 1E monk.
Okay. That's
There's no magic
35
item. Well,
plus
there's a couple
3.
magic items on this boy, and he's doing just fine.
And then I'll do one more strike.
Alrighty.
Oh, okay. I
That's,
believe that's a critical.
Is that the right? You added 15 to it.
Yep. I normally added 20.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, duly noted. That is a crit.
Okay. That was 1.
Nice.
That was 2.
Okay.
So
You're a beast.
So before the encounter ends, can Aramil make a perception check or make a flat check rather?
Okay.
Because you're aware of his square.
Oh.
well, see invisible can see him.
Oh yeah. That's right. So Nydia can finish him off before his turn comes. So that does end the battle. They go to. I gotta get in the habit of saying this. I think I know what you guys do, but it's still relevant. Those guys are bleeding out on the ground. One's invisible. The other's dying. They will die without intervention.
We should probably intervene just so we know their plans.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should
She's
choose
one alive.
Which
So
one looks
just-
the smartest?
The one you can see. That's not necessarily the case.
Yeah, and definitely remove every item from him so that he can and tie his hands up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say we hog tie him.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
suggest
hog tying is
I
fine
would suggest gagging, so no verbal spells.
until we get him in a place where he can't cast spells. I agree.
Drag him to an anti-magic field. Okay, so someone has to spend a resource to fix them, though.
To fix him, what do you mean?
Because they're dying. Like, they'll bleed out
Oh.
without... You know what I mean? Like,
No, I
Nydia
have
would...
Yeah.
I have stabilized as a cantrip.
Okay,
so-
duly noted. In that case, you
No
guys
resource.
stop the ritual that would have summoned a CR like 25 moose spore onto the board by this many days, and that's the end of the mirrored moon. Okay, that was a thing that happened.
Does that
So
count as A+?
yes,
Glad we didn't
by
do
the
that.
skin of your teeth, you have redeemed yourselves. Congratulations on not.
A plus.
You did well. There were some party deaths, so I'm gonna call it like B-.
Hey, I was not involved in the party deaths.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I wonder if the four of you would have done better against that sea serpent. I feel like no. I feel like that sea serpent still probably did a kill. Anyway, so you guys take these cultists back to Kellery and the rest of the Night Herald, or excuse me, and the rest of the Esoteric Order. After a couple of days of interrogation, which maybe you help with, maybe you don't, and a couple of days of you guys. Actually, let's get, if you're trained in it, make occultism checks.
Checking to see if I'm trained.
I did not take that one.
I took it for the day thanks to my racial feat.
No, nice. That's so cool. I love that so much.
That was actually really nice. Yeah.
Elves are the ultimate pickup race. Oh, we're playing this? Blah, occultism.
I just rolled it and it didn't pick it up. I rolled a 17. It didn't pick it up.
I hate when that happens. I believe you. You rolled a 17. Aramil?
Yeah.
What's your plus to your 17?
My plus to my 17 is +9.
Okay. Okay. So the both of you together. So Aramil and Nydia stay in the ruins, and over the course of a couple days, they begin going over the occult horrendous things in the dungeon of this tower while the remaining two Night Heralds are interrogated. You guys learn that the countdown clocks are ticking away towards an event that will occur in the middle of 4718, and that event is nothing less than the opening of a massive portal between Golarion and the planet Octurne. The details are fuzzy, but it definitely would be a how do you say it? Doomsday level event. You learn that there was a man named Nissarian who is a scholar who vanished a long time ago. Ojutai would remember that name from Lost Star. Has become a high-ranking leader amongst the Night Heralds, and he's the one who's spearheading the efforts to gather all these countdown clocks in order to protect himself and other members of the Night Heralds when Doomsday arrives. This Ramlock guy, whose tower this once was a wizard of great power who vanished from Golarion thousands of years ago, leaving behind all of his research on the Dominion of the Black. These recovered notes provide huge, like all of the gaps that would have been filled in by the professor surviving Somberfell Hall are filled in, and then some. The greatest details are about something called the Lost Theorem, which was supposed to be the magnum opus of this scholar, and Nissarian is actively trying to find it. He's following up a rumor that it might have been looted in an Osirian tomb by a group of adventurers. The Night Heralds are hoping to secure the book, not only to benefit from its lore, but to prevent their enemies from using something called the White Axiom to unlock the text's true potential and undo everything that Ramlock has done in setting up this countdown in the first place. In addition, there is more. Oh, doing a scroll. Okay, so as you guys are moving around here... Oh, I know there's more. There are things you can see, and I don't know why I can't find them. That lake on the board. There we go. Here we go. The next day, the moon turns an eerie blood red on the night of a lunar eclipse. Nothing happens, but it drives home the, like, missed it by that much that the Night Heralds were prepping. Oh, it was close. You definitely, looking into that lake, you can see clear as day on this night. You see the reflection of an alien, purplish, greenish, blackish landscape where, not unlike giant blisters and zits popping out of the ground, spewing toxin into the air, otherworldly creatures wandering. You can infer that this was a gate to Octurne, and that Moosepore was going to be called through it, and that is the end. I gotta stop clapping when I'm talking of the Mirrored Moon. Now we're gonna wait until not this week. We're off this next coming week. We're gonna wait till the next one. We're gonna wait for Robin to get back. Okay. Hi, Robin, because the Heroes of Undaran is built in such a way that, like, to add someone in the middle would be really, it would tip the playtesty nature of the Heroes of Undaran. I will say, you guys aren't playing members of the Esoteric Order unless you want to. The idea here is we're building World Wound Crusaders, and we're doing a crusade at level 12.
Gotcha.
I will put the build-up rules in the Discord. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, we're looking for one more body between here and the 15th to join us. Patronage at any tier gets you an extra entry. Patronage at the highest tier, you win. And now I'm going to go edit some stuff. Is there?
I got a question about the other plane. Was it like Rick and Morty universe where it's just pustules just popping and just like the background of one of the Rick and Morty episodes?
Kinda, yeah, that's fair. You don't really get that scary eldritch horror vibe from Rick and Morty, but it's accurate. That's the same idea.
I mean, the opening scene has Cthulhu chasing.
Oh yeah, it does. Fair enough. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.